Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another stream. This is account Monte Fisto, and it's been a while. For YouTube viewers who don't follow the streams live, or if you don't follow the streams live, you probably have noticed nothing. But if you haven't been on the, if you're not on the Discord, you also don't know. But you know, I've been kind of talking about it on and off for the last couple months. But as of about like, I want to say like probably like 7 months ago, but probably even a little longer, probably like 8 months ago, somewhere around there, Layla's health had been declining. A little bit at first, kind of steady, just, you know, general weight loss, throwing up a little bit more than she, you know, usually did. She used to only throw up, since I got her, like once every like 2 months. Not too much, but then it slowly started to increase to like once a month, like once every 2 weeks, and then it's like weekly. And the last couple months, it was like daily. And she just, her body just started to shut down. Losing. I started this on such a fucking depressing note. Yeah, I did not stream for the last week and a half because Layla was at such a point where I don't think she would have made it through the weekend. Like she, and you know, to the point where then like when I finally made the date with the vet to have her put down, and I was like, fuck, maybe Thursday's a little early, maybe I should try like a little bit longer. By the time it was actually Thursday came along, I realized I don't think she would have been able to make it Friday. I mean, we really reached the finish line with Layla, which that's kind of what you want. I'm sorry to start this on such a depressing note. This was just where I am at. If you care, just like where I'm at, or my life, or just any of that, and if you're watching, I'm assuming you have a little bit of a care. Yeah, if you have a dog, I feel like you, and I guess some people might put their dogs down, like if they're beginning to have some issues, but I will fight. But obviously you don't want to wait until they have like, you know, organ failure or some crazy shit, because you don't want them to die in a horrifying point. You want them to go just by falling asleep. So I had to get that done with Layla, and it was unbearably fucking difficult. I've had cats before. I've never had a dog from like the time they were young. I, you know, adopted Layla when she was 2, and I had her for 11 years. That pain is indescribable. I really, that's crazy. It's crazy how much those little dudes and dudettes can mean to you. They really are man's best friend. They, and I love cats, I really do, I love cats. Cats are awesome, cats are great. I never understood the dichotomy of like cat person or dog person, because I've always been both, you know? But I will say dogs just being more needy, you know, you have to walk them, you have to feed them regularly. Cats, you just put the food out and, you know, you scoop their shit in the litter box. And, you know, they just hang out with you, right? But like dogs, they're like on you. They do not leave you alone. They want to go everywhere with you. When you leave without them, they're sad. And when you show up, they fucking lose their goddamn minds. But, yeah, so Layla was just, she was my baby. And, that hurt a lot. So for the last, like, week and a half, I've been in, like, a serious depression, trying to slowly just heal, stop, make sure the pain is just less, because it really, you know, the term heartbreak, it's not just, you know, I feel like you forget until it happens again recently, but it is really like a legitimate chest pain. It's insane. But yeah, so I, you know, real down the dumps, just trying to like stay strong, get through it. Work this week was fucking ridiculously difficult to get through. And, I don't know, but I have to do something. like I have to do something. I can't just be, insanely depressed and just not do anything, because then you just, you know, cycle of depression of just not doing anything and then not feeling like doing anything and then not doing anything, and then you go to bed being like you didn't really do anything, and then you wake up and you're like, ugh, and you feel like shit. The only real way to get out of that cycle is just to do something. And, you know, it's like, oh, you're playing a video game. That's not really doing much. It's like, yeah, but it's doing something. It's a baby step, you know? Feel you've been there before, done it too. Yeah, it's fucking rough. And it's like, you kind of have to have that healing period. You got to feel it to heal it. But, like, you can't stay into it too long, because then everything cycles down. But, Layla will always be remembered. She was so sweet. She's an anxious little thing. Did everything right. I've had many pets before: dogs, cats, even rats. It's never easy. No, it really isn't. But yeah, but she meant just, I mean, yeah, anyone, their dog means a lot to them. Unless they're an asshole, I guess. Layla meant the absolute world to me. I love that dog. And just, you know, you picking her up and just, you know, baby talking. It's hard. It's hard not to baby talk that dog. She's very sweet. But, Final Fantasy 11. So I just want people to know that's what I've, been through. That's where my mind has been at. But I did play this game a little bit during the, say the healing process, but it really was just like 2 days ago, so it was pretty fucking recent. And some of the shit kicked my ass trying to get this gear, and then Reila in the last 2 hours helped me get the last of this gear. But this is the fighter suit. It pisses people off. You get enemy +8, +3, +2, +1. +1, so it's just like default enemies at the start of battle are most pissed at me, which is good, because, you know, then that slowly starts to seesaw away from me as, like, everyone else beats the shit out of them or does a lot of magic and they get more mad at them. But yeah, whatever, trying to keep up with the provoke. But in terms of plot, this is Raugrim's old armor. Meaning that Raugrim, yes, dressed like a slut. You don't hear about that too much. He wore thigh highs, had revealing upper thighs, midriff, showing those upper shoulders. Had a little, like, kind of like choker piece on the top of his top. So Raugrim was probably going to conventions dressed as a cat boy and getting railed in the ass repeatedly and being a little cum slut, which is why Raugrim became the Tailkeeper that turned into the Dark Lord. And that's what we're going with here. What else? I got the super fisting ability for my monk class, and I've leveled up both the fighter and the monk class by 1. I also bought some shit. Hold up. What'd I buy? I bought like a new, yeah, oh, it's in my regular inventory. I bought a colossal axe. I'm 3 levels away from doing it, using it, but it's one of the best great axes they sell, and that's a significant increase of what I currently have. Right, like 83 versus 63. Yeah, that's like significant. And also it gives, what does it give? More HP, more strength, less intelligence. Warrior don't need no intelligence. I can be retarded. Reila, where are you at presently? Are you outside the mansion, the McMansion? Or are you by this asshole to start the next quest? I forget where we left off on Sandoria. I know we were in the process of Might need to give crystals. Oh, no, okay. The fair-clouded orangutan has invited you to the chateau. She wishes for you to see the flowers that have bloomed from the seeds you brought back from Altepa. Yes! Okay, I remember that being kind of a pain. It's an honor to be invited to the chateau again. One day you may even have the opportunity to attend one of their royal garden parties. We cannot keep the princess waiting. Now, up to the chateau. Alright, so I guess we're going to the chateau. Sick. Let's just kind of see. Should we even warp or walk? I don't know. I mean, I guess we could warp, but like, it's right there. I'm gonna walk, because while I walk, I want to kind of see where the fuck we were. The Papsk has requested an adventure of renown. Speak to His Holiness in the cathedral. Chambers lie upstairs. I think that's where we were. We're trying to find Ron Pear's ghost. And the Lightbringer, yeah, there's like the super great sword of the Lightbringer. That was a thing. And then for Permathia, we're trying to find the path to the fifth and final Mother Crystal. I think we like stalled Bahamut by having him blow his wad all over us for the Giga Flare, which then we used what's his nuts fucking sword. How am I blanking on his name? I've said it 1,000 times. The dude who didn't do shit until he finally did something with his Phoenix sword. Tenzin, yes. So I guess that was the plan, is we just go piss off Bahamut, because I think we were trying to talk to him. Then he used the Giga Flare, but now we're not worried about him anymore. I guess because it takes him a while to charge that fucking thing. I guess he's pacified for now, or I don't know, or maybe the fucking air fleet of... I can't remember all these fucking names. The air fleet of the main city, the fucking main big city. How am I blanking on this shit? Oh god. Jueno, yeah, the Jueno air fleet. I guess they're keeping them busy while we take the final path to the fifth crystal and... I kind of forget what we were doing, because I think like everyone has a different objective they're trying to do. And I think Krish's plan is to not kill anyone and to just let them do the thing. Just let the bad guy win. I'm not really entirely sure. I guess we stopped that one dickhead with a scouter on his face. I forget if we killed him or jailed him or just like put him in gay baby jail for a little bit. Supposed to go some inner lost city. Queenlet Memorial Garden. I've never been down here. Yeah, I've checked out everywhere of Sandoria except checking out the chateau. It's the last place I really need to check out. I checked out all of the port, all of North and South Sandoria. So one thing I want to do in my own time before finishing Sandoria mission quests, which I think we're almost done. Princess Clyde, I've finished watering the flowers. Thank you very much, Lorima. You be getting pretty good at this, milady. I have to watch out or I might be out of a job. A girl used to never come out of her room, but she's brightened up a bit since I started letting her help out in the garden. Yes, but nothing we can do to bring back her parents. As long as there's war and strife in Vandale, there'll always be little girls like Lorima. Your Highness. And then I bring my debauchery up in here. Man, I really look like I'm ready for a stern fucking. It's like some crazy ass S&M gear. I'm not sure if it's the Sado or the Masochist. I'm not sure which one. Ah, kind of Monte Fisto. Well, I would also fuck you, Reila, in your quote-unquote good girl outfit, which is the summoner. Ah, kind of, but I'm not falling for it. I'll call you here to thank you in person for bringing the Dream Rose. Was the Dream Rose a pain in the ass to get? Was that the one where we had to fight the really strong motherfucker and grind for? Fuck these people, then. You're continuously putting forth your all for the good of the Durangatang family. As for me, I have not the power to retrieve a single seed. She's very bad with her hands and pussy and mouth, apparently. The princess traveling to other lands? Think of your safety, Your Highness. What if Sandoria found herself in the same situation that Tavnazia did? What would become of me then? Would I just sit here and wait for the destruction of the kingdom? Your Highness. 20 years ago, the beastmen concentrated their forces in Tavnazia. And the explosion, nothing was left. The Tavnazian Peninsula was ripped from the mainland and became an island. What was the purpose behind the beastmen's actions? Can we truly let something so terrible happen again? But what can I do? A princess locked up in a castle. I envy you, Count of Monte Fisto. Your Highness, speak no more of such things. Here, take a look at the blooming flowers. You're right, Shelvaltat. Count of Monte Fisto, I apologize for my words. Please stay and enjoy the beauty of the dream roses. Yeah, let me just sit here and admire the beauty of the dream roses that, like, I fucking died like 3 times trying to get for you, bitch. Is that it? Can we admire further? Kind of an interesting little location. I think she's telling you to touch grass. Here lies my beloved Queen Lot. May her Majesty's soul find paradise. Yeah, like when I was exploring the port in full of Sandoria and just kind of like talking to everyone, kind of getting a feel for the lore of the game world. I can kind of feel a little bit for the Elvan, as they were like front and center. They're the most central nation, therefore they were getting fucked the hardest by the Shadow Lord in the First War. You know, they had most of their fucking cities get fucked up. They lost most of the land, but they also suck. Yes, exactly. Bastok got shit done. And the fact that they're uptight about that, it's not coincidence that they made the Elvan French, because there really is just the French after World War I and World War II of just getting bailed out repeatedly, but being like elitist and not humble about it at all. Like, oh, we did really well. We deserve everything at the end of the war. You guys are dickheads. Our land was the one that got fucked up, eh? It's like, yeah, and we helped you. Fuck you. You would have been fucking shit without us. Final Fantasy XI has some biting political and social commentary. Neither city is full of blacks. This is true. Or for Bastok. or France. I guess France now. Really, the Taru are laughing with their cheat slaves or Mithra slaves. Where are we going? What am I doing? Talking to the gate guard. Area, northern Sandoria. Oh, and tonight's booze. I do need to cut down on the drinking once again. Depression shit, but it's slow. We're slowly easing into it. We're slowly easing back to normality. Drink some bumbu rum, which is interesting. I think they're trying for the flavor of the traditional like 17th century drink bumbu. I'm not sure how accurate it is. It tastes funky when you first try it, but it slowly grows on you. It's actually my favorite, but I mean you can actually just down it. Secret weapon. A party of royal knights stationed in Gelsba outpost have reported strange activity by orcs deep within Yagat Grotto. From your reports, we already know that the beastmen will have a giant portal, but their motives remain unclear. It makes me shudder to think of what those orcs are planning with that portal. They're going to fuck it. It's honestly kind of similar to Warcraft, right? It's not Warcraft where the orcs come down the dark portal. Ken Monte Fisto, your next mission is to travel to Gelsba and continue your investigation into the orcs' activities. Be on your guard when traveling deep into Yagat Grotto. Losing an adventurer such as yourself would deal a great blow to all Sandoria. Well, they clearly didn't really give that much of a shit when they sent me to fetch a flower in the most dangerous part of the goddamn planet. Alright, so we got our good girl and bad girl. We're ready to hit up the bars and get all sorts of the types. Okay, we'll get there via crystal. Gotcha. You got Grotto. She's not interested. Travel to another home point. It's not Rise of the Xylard. Ha. Can I cape to you? Or did I just blind it? It's either in an area beyond warping range or a place I've yet to visit. Fuck, what's the closest place to that? God damn it. Yeah, I was like reading that, I'm like, Yagat Grotto. It sounded vaguely familiar, but I was probably thinking of some other place. Yeah, just tell me the nearest place I can zone in to then go there. Gelsba Outpost, is that crystal or Gelsba Outpost? Nope. All right, book it is. Can I really not just go to Gelsba Outpost? Maybe I can Unity Warp. Yeah, let's see. Because Gelsba's Outpost, that's the place that's like fucking 20 yards outside of the fucking front gate of Sandoria, right? I'm nip now. I mean, I can just ride my fucking chocobo over there if I need to. Wouldn't be too long. So what's Yagat like? Caves underneath Gelsba? Bring me to a wanted encounter. No. Fuck me, dude. Alright. I might need a fucking walk there. Which is fine. I mean, once again, it's right outside of town. The only pain in the ass is doing that. So I don't know if you want to just roll with me or just wait for me. It's up to you. Southern Sandoria, that is the west exit. Where's the other one closer? No. This is the closest one. Oh yeah, this is the manor and the Tanner's Field. Alright, I'll be actually, you might be able to get to it by yourself. All good. Alright, then let me ride my chocobo, baby. I was watching some true crime shit. I just wanted to like really just burn the entire day without accomplishing anything. Dude, I'm sorry, man. I've been really fucked up recently. I mean, goddamn. trying to not have depression stream, but you know, it is what it is. But if I want to really kill a lot of fucking time doing nothing, I will watch some true crime shit. You know, where it shows like the investigation and where the fucking investigators are leading their mind brain. And then during the interrogations and the court trial and the after, I like all that shit. I don't like looking at just like one aspect of it. You get over there and use your cape when you zone in, you might be able to teleport then. Yeah, possibly. I'll just see. You might also be, because I think it depends on where you are more than anything else. So you might be able to like leave the entrance of Yagat into the previous area, and then I zone in, and then we both just enter in the Yagat. That makes sense. Anyway, one of the true crime I was watching, it was pretty fucked up. I mean, as it always is. Yeah, there is another fucking exit, right? There absolutely is another exit. Where the fuck couldn't I see it on the map when I was in town? But, a chick and a dude were fucking at a concert. Drunk. They got, like, in a minor argument, but the chick was, like, really drunk and belligerent. They get in a fight. She goes home. Well, you know, he goes home. Well, they both go home, but they're, like, separately. But, like, she's, like, walking. And then she picks up by a dude. And then, the, dude's trying to drop her off, but, like, she's, married to the guy that she got in a fight with earlier and has a kid with him, and so she doesn't want sex. Then he's a crazy maniac and, murders and rapes her. I'm not sure what order in. But anyway, it's a really fucked up, story, but it's an interesting, case and, the trail that, investigators took to capture the guy. But, like, one of the comments was, like, in the video, was like, guys, this is why you don't let your, friends, especially, female friends, walk home alone drunk, especially if it's after a fight or a breakup or some shit, right? And I'm thinking, like, ideally, I agree with you. Because some of the other people were also, what the fuck, clandestine marketing, what the fuck? And, but like a lot of the people in the comments were like, or just don't fucking get completely wasted and belligerent. And then people like, oh my god, you really think it's that? It's like, oh, in a fucking society, you should be able to, you need to not let fucking women, you have to protect them and not let them walk home alone drunk. And I'm like, have you ever, like, been around a really drunk chick who's belligerent and angry, or like in an emotionally high tier state? You can't get them to do anything at all. I mean, I agree that you shouldn't let them fucking get that wasted. Hold up, let me just pull up a map. I'm gonna have to find this shit. Ideally you wouldn't be that wasted, so that way you can still reason with them. But if they're, like, after a certain point, just trying to, like, prevent them from going somewhere, that's gonna be a whole fucking can of worms. Be like, no, you're not going home alone. Like, I'm going home alone. And then, like, you're just fighting them in the street, in public. And, you know how women can get. They're gonna, like, go harder and harder and harder, making a scene to fight against you. You cannot stop a woman from doing what they want. They're fucking adults, too. Yes, they shouldn't be walking home alone drunk. Yes, that is how fucking one of the ways rapes and murders happen. It's a fucking shame. You can take a jackass of water, you can't make him drink. Like, I don't know, like, because these are the same people that are like, oh, trust all women, protect all women, and then, like, they're also, like, going to stop them and prevent them from doing something that they want to do? That's kind of like a mental disconnect now. I never been in here? I had to have been in here before. Maybe I just didn't get a, fucking book or crystal or whatever. Oh, I see what you mean. When I zone in, then teleport to where you are. Got it. Do that. But also, like, that mentality, though, of like, oh, that super fucking White Knight mentality, right? Remember, Fisto, despite being millions of miles apart and millions of years apart, every society has basically said women are retarded. Oh, I agree with you. Wow, okay, so I can't warp to you. I think you have to get some of the teleports in order to warp to an area. But, yeah, just that mentality of like, oh, I have to fucking protect the woman and I have to stop them because they're gonna get raped, and then they're like actively fighting against you and shit. But that mentality, crazy though it sounds, that leads to like toxic guys of having like that insane white knight, like, no, I know what's best, you can't do anything on your own, I have to be the one to fucking tell you what to do. And then you get domestic violence the other way, you know what I mean? So once again, for that like YouTube comment, I was like, just thinking like, ideally I agree with you. You shouldn't let women go home when they're that fucked up, but if they're like too belligerent or too in emotional stress state or after a fight or some shit, no, you're not stopping them. Fuck no. No way in hell. Am I going the right way though? But anyway, I tried to like make a comment along those lines, but some combination of words was like not letting, like on YouTube, a lot of people don't know this. If you post something and if you don't get any interaction in it, it might not be that you wouldn't normally get interaction on that comment. It's that your comment's not able to be seen. So I get in a very... I'm kind of paranoid in general. So whenever I post something, I have like multiple YouTube accounts, right? So I tab into this every time I comment. So it's become a habit at this point. Whenever I comment, I'll tab into my other account and then look at my comment to see if I can see that comment. And if you can't see it, that means some word or combination of words has been flagged by Google. It's in their like shadow sensor. And you'd be surprised at how light that sensor, or I guess how heavy, I should say, that sensor is. There is a shit ton of words and combinations of words that just make it so YouTube and Google will just make it so your comment will just never ever be seen. So anyway, it was just kind of frustrating because I was like, I don't know. It's frustrating when what you're saying isn't politically, even politically rough, or you're not insulting anyone, or you're not like saying anything fucked up. Sensitive, yeah, sensitive is the right word. But they're still censoring you as if you are. It's insane. Reila, should I go the middle up exit or the up exit? Like the one I'm by or the one far to the northeast? What's a good social justice, Waluigi? The White Knight, I must protect all queens. Meanwhile, she goes back to Chad and disrespects them. No, that's the exact thing, is like, there's a middle ground, you know what I mean? You're coming me? Alright, then I'll stay put, baby. I'll be right here on this rock. I'll be right on this rock, hovering above it. I'll be doing my David Blaine impression. But yeah, so you can be like way too overprotecting, and to the point where you're like, you're essentially acting like a chick's dad. Being like, I'll protect you, I'll save you. It's like, no, unfortunately, they're humans. Unfortunately, they are humans that are cohabiting a world where there are crazy motherfuckers out there who will murder and rape people. And, I mean, that's really the takeaway is, like, you just, as a parent, you have to teach, especially, like, your daughters, like, hey, people will kill. Don't be naive. Horrible shit happens. So I guess really the takeaway is watch true crime. See, I'm David Blaine. Watch me make the stick disappear. Shoves it up his urethra. Can't wait for the Final Fantasy 3 Let's Play. Yeah, when would be a good time to start that? Because I don't have a Final Fantasy 5 stream on YouTube, but like I wouldn't be doing that till after I do like a Final Fantasy ranked reviewed video, because I've played 5 and 9. I've played way too much. I could fucking throw those into a script out from memory alone. I think do 3 before 5. Yeah, no, 5 would be like long. That would be at the end. The end of the timeline of me streaming. Same thing with 9. I do want to stream those eventually, but like not before revisiting some of those. So really just 3 and 4 I want to revisit. And then obviously 12 and 14. I think I was saying in previous streams. I'm gonna play my PS1 copy of Final Fantasy V. You're sick and wrong. But I was saying that I was trying to play through, like I started playing through, trying to play through, Final Fantasy 13 on the Xbox, Series S. Waited for it to be practically being given away on sale, and I'm like, yeah, let me give it another shot. I would not stream it because I hate it too much. Oh, wow, this is an interesting place. But yeah, let me so I can like do better at writing and taking notes of my issues with that game. And yeah, I get like about a third through the game, maybe halfway there. It's probably closer to a third or like 2/5. It's probably closer to like 2/5 through the game. And I like hit this point where I'm like, yeah, it's bad. Alright, it's breaking me. Like, it breaks me around the point where, Hope is traveling with lightning through the crystal forest. That's my breaking point. I don't know why, but I remember that was the exact point where I was, like, the buyer's remorse set in. Hope is such a stupid goddamn name. It really is. The Japanese. What do you want me to do? It's like when fucking Kojima names the villain Hot Coldman. It's like you can't stop him. It's like what I was just talking about. It's the same thing with women going home drunk and dying from some crazy psycho picking them up. It's the same thing with Kojima naming his character Hot Coldman and the Final Fantasy devs naming their character Hope. It's literally the same thing. Kojima raped my childhood. The one on Twitch is funny because a pop-up shows up saying, "Your comment might make streamer sad, please reconsider." Really? Here's the thing that I keep saying, and I have always said this, is when people give Twitch shit at the expense of defending YouTube, I hope my comments make streamers sad. No, Fisto, you're wrong. Kojima's a genius. You're just too stupid to get it. I'm a low IQ. I need to play more, what the fuck is that game? Dead Stranding. But, fuck, what am I saying? Oh god. I've completely lost train of thought. I was saying something, if someone can remind me. Oh, YouTube versus Twitch. Yeah, so like YouTube, like Twitch is very open about how it fucks you. And will be very, you know, SJWE and left wing, yada yada yada, okay. And it does it in very, like, spectacularly bad and loud and self-humiliating ways. And that's why people give it shit. But at least when you put a comment on Twitch, it says that, like, please don't, that's mean. And you say, no, fuck you, I want to post it anyway, bam. Or if there's, like, a comment, you know, one of you guys, let's say you use the N-word, it says, you know, like, oh, this guy said something bad, like, I'll see it, you guys won't, but I'll still see it. And then I can choose if it comes through or not, but I still see it. On YouTube, that shit, it tells you it gets posted. It tells you, the poster, that the comment gets posted, but no one else on planet Earth can see it except you. It is fucked up, it is malicious, and I hate it. I disagree with it as hard as I possibly fucking can. Alright, let's get that crystal, baby. I remember Final Fantasy 13, my friend was playing it, he stopped and threw his copy out the window. He said this was horrible. Well, do you know what part he was on exactly? Because that's the thing with Final Fantasy 13 is when I started, you know, God. See, I moderate on YouTube streamer chats. It really is ass backwards. I can't stand it. Google is so heavy-handed with the shit, but it's heavy-handed, but also sneaky. It's that's I guess what pisses me off about it. Is that it hides shit without letting you know that's hiding shit. That's so underhanded. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it. It's worse, instead of banning, you basically just hide the user. Yeah, I mean, that's essentially what Google does with the comments and YouTube does with the comments. I can't stand shadow banning. But that's what they do. They algorithmically throttle. And then they hide comments. This is fucked up, man. But yeah, so when I visit Final Fantasy 13, right? Here's kind of the roller coasters. Like, you start off with lightning, and you're like, attack, 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 and she's just, you know, swinging the sword at the goddamn giant thing on top of the train. And then you walk through the fucking hallway, and you're like, oh, really? And it's lame. And then it slowly drip feeds you little points, like things slowly making the combat slightly more interesting. And you don't know what the fuck's going on, so you're like, you know, like, fuck, I can learn these terms if I just keep playing? Or I can just read the encyclopedia that the game is literally throwing tutorials at me saying, like, hey, read the encyclopedia, oh, there's a new entry. Learn what a lassie is. So it's like, okay, well, let me just save the trouble and just read it. There, good. But then like, shit gets kind of interesting for a bit when they all get marked, and you're like, okay, this is kind of interesting. But then they just keep watching and bitching, walking and bitching, and you start to kind of not like them very much, if you didn't already. Like, now you're able to follow the plot, cool, but now you don't really like the characters. Alright, kind of lame. That reminds me of a facts section in the first Shadow Hearts game. Similar to what, like, people hating it? It's actually useful. Oh, the facts section in the first Shadow Hearts games. Gotcha. Yeah, well, I was talking about with Final Fantasy 16 that, the plot's explained in-game, but you get, like, a little bit, like, a slightly bit more flavor text and lore in the encyclopedia if you want. Like, it doesn't... Like, it's not needed, but it's appreciated. I think they did a decent job with that. What does the sass effect do, or reminds you how to play? Yeah. Is Dragon Quest 6 better than Final Fantasy 13? Fuck. Here's the thing is, I was able to beat 13, you know what I mean? Ah, that's rough. Ah, that's fucked up. That's a fucked up question. If I had to choose, I might actually say Final Fantasy 13 is a better game than Dragon Quest 6. I want to emphasize, I fucking, like... 6 started better. 6 started on a better foot. And very gradually got worse, but the game is so long that, like... Gradually it getting worse just kept getting worse and kept getting worse and kept getting worse. Like, if I played 6 again and played 13, I'd be done 13 before remotely being like halfway through 6. You know what I mean? Even the DS version, I did not play the DS version. I'm sure the DS version's better with 6, I'm sure. But like, as just judging it as is on release, man, 6 had some serious fucking issues. And Jag the Bog, Clan Reaper. You got it yet? Me looking for it with Crystal Dowser, but no find. Oh well, let's charge this ammo and attach to battle machine. This worked in Great War, we know we lose. It's amazing how the Elvan fell to that, like it's a wooden fucking parade float. It's embarrassing. Yeah, I'll get into 6 a little bit. I'll get into Dragon Quest 6 a little bit. First, let me read about Final Fantasy 13. So you start to be able to follow the plot, and the plot gets a little more interesting when they're on the like frozen crystal lake and they have their little sea tattoos. But then it splits the party and is concentrating on like each sub-party as they like get angry and split up and meet with other people and get angry and split up and keep bitching about their predicament. And it just really, really drags, and you start to hate the characters more and more because they just won't stop fucking being pessimistic and bitching at one another. And the game is still you holding forward through the hallway, mashing the X button. So that's around the point where I'm like, fuck. And then you finally get to the pulse, and it's so open and bad and lame. Alright, baby, let's do this shit. Hopefully we don't get ass blasted in the rectum. Hey, 171 axe skill. Yeah, but by the time I get to Pulse, and it's just like the worst side quests where you're just in a giant field, going to a waypoint, talking to it, going to another waypoint, talking to it, going to another waypoint, getting to a battle again. It's just, painful. Can you just, like... There we go. Hit him a little bit, you fuck. Oh, we're stopped. Jesus, I didn't even know what the fuck was going on. I was wondering why like half the people just weren't moving. Sick. Well, that was easy. Then it is true. Adelak? Adelak? How the fuck do you pronounce that? Adelak. The orcs are using this portal to gather energy and enhance the power of their weapons. This may explain the explosion that led to the destruction of Tavnazia. Using the energy in its unstable form obviously has its consequences. I apologize. My name is Adelak. I'm an adventurer like yourself. I'm on a mission from Sandoria. For what it looks like, the orcs are also searching for Lightbringer. And they seem to have a special way of locating it, if we don't find it before they do. I applaud you for your resourcefulness. Pretty good for a mere adventure. Who are you? The Orc's Crystal Dowser's a nice piece of equipment. I use it myself. It'd be a good idea to stop those orcs from using the magic portal. Who knows what would happen if you didn't. However, there's more to this than meets the eye. I wish you luck. Wait, why are you? Let us pray for the safety of us both. I hope to see you again. I'm assuming a woman. I can see some little upper thigh. Either that or a very slutty boy. Cool. Cool. Alright, is that it then? No map for this area. Alright. Where are we? Is this a unique area? Like, it just overlooks... Huh. Almost reminds me of Pride Rock. Which, it's an unfortunate name, because now it has gay connotations. Thank you, 20 teens, for ruining America. But, Dragon Quest VI. It starts out with a neat concept. And a lot of mystery of the two worlds. Was the connections? Why are you a ghost in one and not the other? Why are there similarities in some but not both? Even though the title of the game in Japanese doesn't exactly do a good job at keeping that a secret. I think it's just literally called like Dragon Quest VI: The Dream World. So yeah, thanks, Dick. It's like a fucking Dragon Ball Z episode. You know, what's gonna happen on the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z? Goku defeats Frieza. It's like, yeah, by having him cut himself in half. It's like, wow, that's a great fucking name for the episode you got there. What the fuck? God, the Japanese, fuck, they suck, man. They love having full paragraph titles with like 20 subtitles in a title. It blows my fucking mind. I don't know. That aspect, I can't let it go. In the next episode of Dragon Ball Z, Goku fucking dies again. No, dude, the names of the episodes are that. It's fucking crazy. It's why I always skip, like, whenever I like revisit Dragon Ball Z, I always like, even though I know what's gonna happen, but like I'll always skip the next episode trailer. Probably enough old Funimation dub titles spoiled the episodes. Yeah. No, I mean they both did. I think what they were trying to do is trying to be was it accurate to the Japanese title? But it's like, don't do that. The Japanese don't know their fucking asshole from their elbow when it comes to that shit. It's hard to believe the orcs had their hands on such dangerous equipment. More patrols will have to be set out to prevent any new deployments in their evil plans. And this crystal tower. I have to analyze it and begin reproduction of our forces. We cannot... Reproduction for our forces. I mean, I guess you could start trying to reproduce your forces, too. We cannot let Oryx get the treasure of Dragon King before Sandoria does. Well, congratulations on the completion of your mission. Do I know of an adventurer named Idale? Never heard of him. But you need not worry about some petty traveler. You're in a different league. You're now rank 8. Fuck yeah. UU is a great dub. I need to watch it, I really do. I have it on my hard drive. Legally obtained, of course. Should I donate crystals? Just for fun. Here's 2 earth crystals and a lightning crystal. Status, profile, there we are. Only have 4 missions left and we're done with Sandoria. Gotcha, you wanna do, yeah, do you wanna do, just fucking, Permathia for the rest of the night then? And get some good, progress in that. I feel like you have to do Permathia in, like, big chunks to try to have the story sink in. And then you also kind of have to do it more regularly than we do, but we just, you know, we don't, because we're human. Oh my god, Vegeta showed up and we win, boys. Next episode, Vegeta fucking jobs and Goku cleans up again. You know what my favorite Vegeta thing is? And when it's pointed out to you, you see it, is when Vegeta is attacking an enemy and he's like, yeah da 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 da. He's thrown like 10,000 ki blasts for like 3 fucking minutes, and there's a smoke cloud that keeps growing and growing and growing and growing, and then he stops throwing the ki blast and then just like waits, and the dust slowly clears, and the opponent's just there, not fucking at all phased, and then he gets his ass kicked. That happens in every fucking season at least once. The exact same thing is always Vegeta. it's like, come on, man. The second he starts throwing though, it's like, you already know. It's like fucking, what was it, the Emerald Splash from JoJo Part 3? Was it Kakyoin? Emerald Splash, more like belongs in the trash. Where are we going? Sorry. Why are you in Port Sandoria? That's what's confusing me. Is that where you change? Is that where you change clothes, bro? Cause I like to change clothes in Southern Sandoria. But fuck, what was I saying? Oh, fucking Dragon Quest 6. Okay, yeah, so it starts off intriguing, right? But that intro where it's slowly building up the intrigue and you slowly get a new dude in your party, and then it slowly builds on the intrigue, and then you slowly get a new dude in your party, and then you do like half of one quest. It's like, it's so slow. It's so fucking slow. And it's so drawn out, needlessly so. And then you finally get some plot when you kill the like Dream King, the Dream Lord. And that's like a significantly hard boss, but like for that first third of the game, it's kind of like what I was just talking about with Final Fantasy 13, where the game doesn't give you all of the battle and progression mechanics right away. It wants to give it to you slow. So you don't have any of the job switching and the learning of new abilities. Everyone is the class they are when they started, but then you get the classes and you're like, all right, cool. And then you swap classes and you suck. You suck so hard. You are so fucking bad. It's not like Final Fantasy V where, you change into a fucking monk and you're the best monk at that level that you can possibly be. And just sticking with the monk just makes you learn abilities for when you switch to another class, then you can have like a passive monk split. And you just suck for so long, and then you're constantly learning abilities. And I'd say about 90% of the abilities you learn suck. And then you finally get a good ability, and it's the one ability you want. It's like when you're playing as Gao in Final Fantasy VI, where you have this long-ass list of like 10,000 fucking abilities that you have to scroll through, and there's only like 1 or 2 that you use. So you keep going through over and over and over every single battle doing the fucking same thing, and then you finally master the fucking class, and then you're like, cool, well now I'm not gonna say it's this class, because then I'm not gonna have any more progression. So you swap classes again, and you suck again. It's like you suck so bad again. And then that takes fucking forever, and then you finally rinse, recycle, repeat, but now you have 2 classes full of abilities that are clogging up your menu, and you only use like, 2 of them still. And then you switch to the hybrid better fucking class, and you're actually pretty good for a bit, but you still have the thing where like 90% of the abilities you learn for that class sucks. But now you have 3 classes worth of shit clogging your menu that you gotta scroll through, and you only use like maybe 1 ability of each, maybe. And then when that's maxed out, you have to go back to a base level job again, and you suck again, but you're at a point in the game where you're like, shit, but in order to change classes, you have to go back to this fucking dream castle. You can't just do it in your goddamn menu. I have to go all the way around. So if I'm like getting close to level max, I have to fucking grind before going into like a dungeon that I know I'm gonna be in for a while, because it's like a story dungeon. So that way I'm not wasting experience points. So that way everyone's fresh. But of course everyone's like not at the exact same level within their jobs. So there's gonna be some like wasted fucking overlap effort. And you're constantly swapping back and forth between the dream world and the real world. And then there's random fucking difficulty spikes where you just have to grind for fucking hours. And then, you know, you finally get to the very end of the game. You're just fucking done with it at that point. Because the plot's not even that interesting. It's not as good as fucking 5 and 4 once it finally, you know, unveils its hand and you know what's going on with the dream world and the illusion world. And then at the very, very end, it's like you hit this absolute brick wall with the final boss where you have to grind like 10 fucking levels. Fuck, like legit 10 full fucking levels. Oh, I hate it. Dude, it's like a 120-hour game. It's psychotic. Bro, fuck that game. Fuck that game. Holy shit. Holy shit. Sorry, Reila. I had to read for a little bit. My fucking lord, I should just make a fucking video. Well, yeah, I really should just get it out in video form. Because it's like, dude, Dragon Quest 6 is the least played Dragon Quest. I'm almost convinced of that. I feel like there's more people in the modern era that have played Dragon Quest 10 than 6. Oh, and I did get a better thing with the thing. So instead of 20 plus 2 vitality, this is easier to just fucking compare. Dexterity 4, evasion 4, 23, 20. Yes, that is better. Look at you looking all slutty and shit. I'm getting the Ira Bangkoks. Bag knocks. Okay, how do I update my like, let's say I want this as my macro. Can I just like easily like save this as this macro? Like use current? Is that what I would do? Good. Alright. Yeah, these are way better. I'm no longer using the Captain Hook. I think it's okay. Mind you, I played the DS version. It's a lot of people hate that game. Yeah. I'm almost certain that the DS... can almost guarantee you that the DS version probably improved in a lot of ways. It probably made the game less glacial. It probably gave it like more shit to do and probably sped up the experience curve. In fact, yeah, I'm curious. I don't know if anyone has time right now. If you want to like look up what is different, I'm almost certain that probably speeds up the experience curve of it. But like, dude, I don't know, man. And it's just, I like the concept of 6. I really do. I like the idea of that like dream world or real world where you're like a ghost on one. And I kind of like some of the how to put it. On paper, like on a bar napkin, if you wrote out the concept of 6, it's really fucking cool. Newton Mavopolis. Do we have that in the crystal form? Or is that a book? Oh, yeah, there we are. But the one of the issues I had is it didn't really flesh it out. Like, I feel like there was a lot of like plot contrivances to make it work. Where I think you could have made it work, but they just decided to not explain it at all. And not flesh it out as much. That's like how the dream world works in some ways. Sometimes there's an exact town equivalent, sometimes there's not, sometimes there's people equivalent in one versus the other, sometimes there's not. Sometimes they'll influence shit in each other in some way, and sometimes it doesn't happen that way. Like the rules shift around. I feel like if you kind of just made like just a little bit more thought, you could have had those inconsistencies not an inconsistency. on the shaft entrance. Yeah, it's not a... Oh god, my game is frozen. Oh, there. Spooky. Oh no. Swip a stick, swip a stick. Yes, the retarded Galkin. Chico Chuck. No, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of in the Dungeons and Dragons movie, and by that I mean like the one from 2000 or 1999, where they killed off one of the Wayans brothers. Like they're like, all right, we need a character death, so let's make sure it's a character no one gives a fuck about. You did this. Oh, dude, please have Jabos murder the fucking Taru children. I know exactly what movie you're talking about. Yeah, never let people forget that one. Nagmalada, he did it. He's a bad, bad man. Wow. It's alright, children. Prish and I are here now. We will not allow Nagmalada to harm you. So wait, did we not kill Nagmalada? I thought, goddamn, we keep letting that fucker go. Come out, you lousy rat. Come out and fight like a man. They're still alive. Come, give me a hand. Yeah, that's like our own doing. Like, we should have killed Nagmalada like 3 different times. I'm really sorry, Chabos. Yeah, it's your fault. It's all my fault. If I hadn't told Nagmalada about Movalopolis, none of this would have happened. I should have known that creep would do something this slow. You knew that he was planning to call forth the Worm King. You were only trying to stop him. According to Taru, Nagmalada disappeared down the path the Moblins cleared for Celtius. However, it seems as if he caused a cave-in. Yeah, because Celtius is tight with the fucking... Is Nagmalada trying to kill Celtius? Because I think they were both, Kulu. But Nagmalada wanted to work with the Xylart to kill the Kulu, to then later get the power of, you know, like feeling what other people are, you know, thinking. Like that one Dr. Crusher in Star Trek Next Gen. And then turn against the Xylart and kill them too. And Celtius wants to open the doors of paradise to have the world end. And Prish doesn't want to kill Celtius, because Prish wants the same... I don't know, she wants to like stop the cycle or some shit. I think I got that right. Did I got that right? What do you remember, Reila? Oh, what's good, Gaseous? Yeah, I'm doing better. I gotta like do shit and be mildly social and make myself do things. The depression is pretty severe. I spent the first 5 to 10 minutes of the stream talking about it. It's yeah, yeah. Now I'm back to molding. I just needed social justice Waluigi to bring up Final Fantasy 13 and Dragon Quest 6. Just kidding. I think I was the one who brought up Final Fantasy 13, or maybe he did. I don't know. I forget. According to the wiki, it says Hero's memory spells have been removed. Good. That did unnecessarily clog the menu in DQ6. Enemies give 120% more gold and XP. Re-equipping gear no longer removes the buff and debuff. Gotcha. Zooms can now warp both lower and upper world and trades. Dude. So imagine the version you played Social Justice Waluigi, but without all that shit. Dragon Quest 6 was such a fucking slog. Final Fantasy 13 is the most disappointing thing in my life since my son. Let's see, sorry, let's get through this. However, it seems as if he caused a cave-in to prevent us from following him. The Moblins' wounds are severe. It would be impossible for them to aid us in clearing the tunnel. He missed their vital organs on purpose. He knew exactly what he was doing. Nagmalata's toying with us. Oh, just to have him bleed out so that we would stop and cure them? Well, Jabos can do that. I personally don't give a fuck about the Moblins. I will not forgive for what he's done to my friends. Nagmalata, you won't get away. I like to think that Jabos is voiced by Shatner. Hold on. What do you think you're doing? What does it look like? When I'm through with him, he'll know the meaning of pain. Calm down, my friend. We all understand how you feel, but you will never be able to clear this tunnel by yourself. Sounds like he's trying to take a fat shit. Now I just want to hear William Shatner when he's like really, really constipated. If I don't, who will? Damn it. What in Altana's name are we supposed to do now, huh? No matter the hardship, there will always be a path lightened for the righteous. That's not a tailback there. When the land no longer gives an answer, we must look to the heavens for guidance. Phoenix will be our guiding light. She will show us the way. I do not know how, I do not know when, but I know she will. Look to the heavens. Can the path we are searching for be located in the heavens? So Tenzin just doesn't do shit and just moves forward and just lucks into things working out, right? So he's kind of like Mr. Magoo. Well, there you go. If pushing gets you nowhere, start pulling. That's what I always say. Come on, let's see your buddy Sid. He'll help us out. Javos, if you really want to get some revenge, stop your whining and come with us. You may not have noticed it, but your brain did. I would have rage quit stream playing that version. Yeah, it was, Dragon Quest 6 sucked. But like, it subtly, it was very subtle. It was like a very slow burn. I compare it to, like being a frog in a pot of water. Like Final Fantasy 13, right? That's like being a frog and being thrown into a pot of boiling water. Like, you know it's bad immediately. Dragon Quest 6, at least the Super Nintendo version, that was like, yeah, being thrown in some, like, you know, some nice cool water that just slowly gets warmer and warmer and warmer and warmer, and then by like 80 hours in, you're like, Jesus fucking Christ. I can't stop now, I'm too far in. And then you get to like the 120-hour point, and you're like, holy shit, it's so bad I can't keep playing. Which, that's the similar thing that happened with, oh, fuck, Trials of Mana. Trials of Mana was the exact same way. Although Trials of Mana was, like, mechanically fucking broken. That game, like, could not run on the Super Nintendo. What are we doing? Yeah, okay, cool. That'll works. And that's the most disappointing thing since Final Fantasy 13. Yeah, I need to revisit the, Baby's Day Out review. That was a pretty good one. But anyway, how are you doing, Gaseous? Shit. Where the fuck are my manners? How are you doing, dude? Hope you're doing good, man. Yeah, me, it's just been like in a depressing funk for like a week and a half, and I like need to do shit to pull myself out of it. Which honestly, this is good. Like right now, this is really good. Fuck the pain away. But it's one of those things where, yeah, like getting on to play was really difficult to do. Cause I'm like, I don't want to fucking do shit. I just want to like lay here and do nothing and just have time pass. And then, oh, is that what we're doing? Gotcha. We not talking to our boy Naji? But then as soon as I'm playing. Oh, that's not even you. I don't know, it looks like you. It's slutty. I think it's got the same hair as me. Which is to say it's got the same hair as you. But yeah, so as soon as I start playing, then it's like, it's nice. And I kind of intentionally, I'm just doing this and Final Fantasy 16 this weekend. Maybe I'll do some Half-Life 2 tomorrow, like evening, tomorrow afternoon. But those are both really low energy games, and that's kind of what I need right now. Depression's a hell of a drug, numbs everything. It really does. It's fucked up. I was saying, like, it's crazy how much dogs are our friends. to put it as simply as possible, it's crazy. That like two species of animal just made like a fucking mental connection bordering telepathy. And just, you know, 10,000 years ago in the wild, it's like, hey, those things aren't killing us, and they just want to hang out by our fireplace and eat some of the food scraps. And then the dogs are like, hey, those things have food, and they're also fun to play with, and they will give us pets. And then bam. I'm finally glad to see you're all safe. I'm sorry I wasn't able to meet you in Tabnazia. Sid, can the small talk and get your hunk of junk airship motor running? Oh, do we finally get to run on this fucking thing? Or did we already, were we already on Sid's airship? What airship were we on? Because whatever the airship that was on got destroyed. That might have been one of the Xylard ships. Hold on, little lady, you just got back. They're telling me that you're ready to go off to the clouds. Thought we were leaving Bahamut to the Armada. We are. Our destination is the Keeper of the Apocalypse in Nagmalada. Nagmalada invaded Malvalopolis. Blocked entrance to 5th Crystal, hurt Frens. They're still away. Phoenix will lead us. The 5th Mother Crystal, isn't that supposed to be somewhere under Shu Mayo? It's a great name. Now that you mentioned it, I just received a report that strange red light began shooting up from the North Sea. Yeah, it's just a minor report, and that was like a fucking one of the like back pages of the newspaper, really. Footnote, really. A light? That's it, let's go, come on. Hold your horses, Prish. My bird is still beat up pretty bad. Oh, so it was his airship. His airship took a Gigaflare from Bahamut, and it just got a little beat up pretty bad. That's crazy. And it'll take a little longer to fix her up. Huh? But we're so damn close. By the time the repairs have been made, the Armada will be already set off for Bahamut. And Sid's the only airship fast enough and strong enough to make this journey. It seems as if our luck has finally trickled away. Now, I cannot believe that Altana has turned her back on us. I believe the goddess has granted us this time to prepare our hearts and our souls for what may be the final battle. Time. I will use this time to heal my friends. And I will use this time to help Sid with the airship repairs. Another hand is always welcome. It's starting to look like it's going to be the biggest repair job in the history of Vanadil. And I'm not talking about the airship. It's time we get out there and save the world. You took the words right out of my mouth, old man. Vanadil's not finished yet. At least not if I have anything to say about it. Captain Monte Fisto, are you ready to kick some apocalyptic butt? What do we have to do now? No, let's give him out. Hey, you took the words right out of my mouth. Alright everybody, you heard Olmia. Go out and do what you have to do, and when my baby's ready, I'll give you a call. Alright, now what? Just talk to him again. The bird's repairs are going smoother than I could have ever imagined. With all the confusion in Jueno, nobody has time to complain about an unauthorized test run every now and then. Yeah, but to tell you the truth, I'm sure glad I got to meet up with Prish again. She's one hell of a girl. I wouldn't be surprised if she saved Vanadil with her own 2 hands. Is that foreshadowing? Is she gonna be the next one to die? Like Lion? Yeah, isn't that crazy though? Like, they built up Lion so much, then she like fucking dies in Xylard, and everyone's like, yeah. And then you talk to Gilgamesh, he's like, yeah, she wasn't my real daughter. She was adopted, but I mean, you know, it's sad. You're like, wow, you guys really don't give a shit. So according to this guide, we have to wait for a new in-game day before we start the quest. All right, do you want to go do Sandoria then? Fuck it. Or you want to do something else? Like we could go get the my gay shit. What's my gay shit? Yeah, let's go get that Dangrove stone. It's at the border of I-5 and J5, and during sunny weather, clear weather, with no weather effect, which that should be normal. Outside of Bastok is pretty much always sunny. I feel like anything else is exceptionally rare. Is there a crystal in Dangrove Water or just a book? Book, gotcha. Alright. I'll do Rulude Gardens. But I guess another thing with dog, right, is they keep you on such a schedule. And to have that schedule keeper for 11 years, and then just to have that taken away from you, Jesus Christ. That is, it's rough. Have I ever played Xenogears? No. We had it on the PlayStation, growing up, but like, I've talked about this on stream before, where there were so many long RPGs on the PlayStation, you couldn't, if you had like 10 of them, or not even 10 of them, but like 6 of them, 7 of them, you couldn't get through all of them before the fucking PlayStation 2 came out, you know what I mean? Before the next console generation. Like, just too much shit. I mean, the PlayStation 1 in general just had too much shit. It was great. For that reason. Xenogears is one of the most ambitious RPGs I've ever played. It's also an RPG that can never be made today. Yeah, I mean, it's on my list. It's on my list of RPGs to play through. For the 16-bit JRPGs on my list, I'm always done them because I've become more prone to dropping an RPG if I'm not feeling it. But like, you know, I'll still give it like at least like minimum fucking 10 hours. Speaking of which, I think on the last, I think it was because you know how I'll stream and then I'll like kind of upload them to YouTube scheduled later on. So the shit that gets uploaded to YouTube is like usually something I streamed like 2-3 weeks ago, you know. But the final part of my Breath of Fire 1 stream was thrown up on YouTube, and then like one of the comments like, oh man, I can't wait to see the rest of this playthrough, and I'm like, yeah. I didn't have the heart. I didn't fucking have the heart to explain to them that the game kind of hurt a little bit. Sorry to hear. It's all good, social justice Waluigi. It's I mean, it's not all good. It fucking sucks, but I mean, there's not a whole lot I can do about dog mortality. But Layla had a long life. She did. For a dog, I mean, I think, you know, 12 to 15-year life average is fucked up. I hate it. Dogs should, and cats. Dogs and cats. I feel like they should live longer. This really should. But, yeah, it is what it is. She's such a sweetheart, though. On the Discord, I shared some pictures of Layla. Don't want to, I mean, I can if people want to. I can show some pictures on stream of her, but, you know, if people on YouTube want to comment that shit if you guys want to, or people here. I can throw together a little slideshow shit and sources. But, yeah, I posted some pictures of her in the Discord. But, yeah, she's a real sweet thing. Very shy, very timid, very quiet, doesn't bark. Unless you saw, like, a UPS truck or, like, someone working on the roof. Then she fucking was really angry. But, yeah, I mean, it's why, you know, sometimes I'd just be streaming and I would just start, like, baby talking to her, because she's just very, oh god, they hate me. But, so I would start baby talking to her, because, like, I don't know, she just kind of walks up and it's like, it's very subtle. She just kind of sits there and waits for you to notice her, and then she might, like, wave with her paw or, like, headbutt you. If you're really not giving her attention, she might headbutt you, but she just kind of sits there. She doesn't push too much, she won't bark or whine. She'll just wait. And so then I look over, and that's in a lot of those pictures, that's usually what they are, is I look over and she's just like staring dead at me, just like impatiently, like, or I guess I should say patiently. Want attention, but she's not gonna push for it too much, and then, you know, then I like start to sit up, and then you start to see her tail fucking go apeshit. The rest of her body doesn't move, but her tail starts to go apeshit, and then, you know. Very subtle dog. I don't know, like, I'd be, you know, walking her, and, you know, people would want to pet her, and I'm like, well, I mean, you know, you can try to pet her, she'll probably back away. And then as soon as they turn and start to walk away, then, you know, Layla will, like, run up to, like, sniff their, you know, ankle and kind of look around at them. Like, she's curious about people. Oh shit, oh wait, I see it. Where's it? Is that one? Over there? That thing? See something shiny, pick it up. Dangrip Stone, fuck yeah. So do I go back to Jueno, or was there more shit I need? I kind of forget. Alright, let's do that then. Yeah, but then, like, people would, you know, try better, and I don't know, they kind of, like, I guess a lot of people, like, they see a dog and they expect them all to be like golden retrievers, which is, you know, you run up and pet them, they're fucking super excited, and they'll, like, jump and tackle you and go apeshit, and like, she's subtle. Like, once she gets to know you, then she's just with you, non-stop. And I don't know, I guess she's sweet. She's a sweet dog. I mean, whatever you allude to, you say it was taken. Yeah, the sense of having a constant homie that's always keeping me, I guess not like on a tight schedule, but tight enough of a schedule of, like, you know, when to go out, when to wake up, when to go to sleep, you know. And it's like dogs are almost like a guardian angel, honestly. Do a short slideshow video on your channel, why not? Yeah, I can do something like that. Dueno, yes. Sorry, brain cheese. So I got the Dangrif Wadi Stone, but I feel like I might have needed other shit, but I kind of forget. Maybe it was just that. What a weird visual effect. The weird, like, ethereal blur. Fuck out my way, Balukas. 1 kindred crest. Gotcha. And 10 merit points. Hopefully I have that. Said 1 kindred. God, I gotta like organize this shit one day. Getting close to the fucking item max. Just 1. Alright. Ah, nice. Sick. Yes, that should be everything. Now, where did I put my link shell? They're all gonna probe my anus again. Curses and criminy, late again. Is that Taru's disregard for decorum know no bounds? Now, speak of the devil. I don't look now, but he's brought a friend. Oh, fuck me, dude. And just give me just Taru one good reason why your associates won't help sell my scrumptious pickled rhubarb tails. Let's see, Atari Totori. I could give you 1,000 wows and reasons, my dear, but what would be the point, Taru? The higher-ups would never listen to a second-string flunky like me. And would it kill you to try to negotiate, Taru? After all the time we've spent there, surely you know how to deal with those cost-of Easterners. And what's in it for me, I don't even like the pickles, yeah. Ah, the tragedy of all. It's common knowledge that the pickle hater misses out on at least 80% Taru of life's pleasures. Ah, but the remaining 20% tastes infinitely as sweet Taru, untainted by the sour, unsavory flavor of those foul foodstuffs. I, for one, am developing an exceedingly unpleasant taste in my mouth just listening to this pointless palaver. Is this young lady your assistant, Koopa? Ah, forgive me. This is Chumbawamba. Oh, God. Named after our favorite fucking album. Or band. No, Tub Thumper was the album, right? This is Chumbawamba, purveyor of pickle wickles, who, as you can see, is most desperate Taru to distribute her wares. That's Chimama, and I'll leave you all to know that I'm perfectly reputable restaurantaro. Ah, but my assistant. Yes, of course. How's this, Mrs. Chulapalooza? Let me lend you a hand. You lend me a hand, and I'll see if I can't talkie-walkie the boss into selling your rancid rations. That's Chimama and rancid. Wait, you do that for me? Of course, my dear assistant. Now step right Taru this way, won't you? Something about this is tying my sensitive stomach in knots, Scoopo. Monte Fisto, listen well. My ancient Eastern technique will trigger a miraculous process inside your body. You might feel a bit odd at first, but pay no mind. Incubate it carefully, and then, when the urge calls, I want you to squeeze with all your might, Taru. Succeed, and you will expel the physical embodiment of the profound life energies that lie dormant, Taru, within you. So shit myself, got it. They aren't Oompa Loompas, they're Choomba Woombas. It's all in the timing. 10 beats of your heart, 10 seconds should do the trick. Discharge it too early and you'll disintegrate into dust, Taru. Wait too long and we'll have a foul mass as rotten as Chupa Woopa's pickled rodent tails. They have a shit fetish. Yes, gaseous, they have a shit fetish, and they're also very magically powerful. And they seal people's souls into training dummies and make sure that they can still feel pain and make them wander to the mazes underneath their city for all eternity until they're ready to go down, train, and kill them. They're a little bit fucked up. They're rat bastards and you should not trust them for 2 seconds. So when it shows a close-up of your face, hit push. Oh god. Discharge what? No need to sweat Taru the details, friend. Any hoodles, as final step, my lovely assistant will weigh our evacuated matter. I dare say 3 picking stones weight should do just perfectly. Well, aren't you in any luck? I have a supply of smooth stones right here. Perfect. Now remember, Monte Fisto, it's all in the mind. When you make it all-important push, envision something cutesy-wootsy. A chocobo egg, for example. Cutesy-wootsy. I recommend you take a momentary to catch your breath, kind of Monte Fisto. When you're ready, just speak to our frizzy-furred friend here. Oh god, what the fuck am I doing? At least it's not that fucking bullshit fucking Rochambeau shit. That sucked ass. Who came up with this trust magic anyway? Frizzy furried friend, is that? I guess Nomad Moogle? Well, look who's back. Ready to give my technique a shot, kind of Monte Fisto? Ready. Splendid. I shall signal the start of the procedure, Kupo. Alright, Terry, kind of Monte Fisto, on our Moogle friend's mark. Oh wait, shit. Did I do it? No, okay, I didn't do it right? And it zooms up on my face. Okay. No, kind of Monte Fisto, weren't you listening, whistling? You must hold it in longer. Alright. Yeah, I'm honestly surprised, though, that the devs of Final Fantasy XI aren't like, alright, go back to Dangrafwadi and get another stone. You fucked up your shot. Get 10 more fucking merit points. Was that in my face or no? Kira's mass is released from Count Monte Fisto's body. Well, this looks the most promising indeed. This picklemonger, the way in. That's just let me see that already. Should I squeeze that out my ass? Could it be? Yes, I think it could. 3 stones weight and not an ounce more. She's done it. Think I'd live to see it one day. Sleek oblong shape, this glossy scene. It's simply wimply smitten. And just what is Count Monte Fisto supposed to do now? King Koopa forbid. You can't expect her to eat it. Oh, good heavens, no. This is where I unleash my final technique. It's like, I'm now the Gape King. Transform to a shiny crystal. Congratulations, Count Monte Fisto. You have tapped into a power that few mortal mortals have. Soul Gem. Keep the stone close at hand for the rest of your days. As for the nature of its powers, I'll just leave that to your imagination. Are we done here? I got pecks of pickled Radrab tails to sell, and I'm not getting any younger. Very well, let it not be said that a Tori Tatari doesn't keep a promise. We may meet again, Count Monte Fisto. Tataru. Whatever's the matter, Mott? You're looking positively pale, Kupo. It's nothing. Nothing at all, I say. I've lost my appetite. Count Monte Fisto, only the terminal trial awaits you now. I shall suspect we shall meet again before long. Cool. Alright, so I think that's... Oh, God! Two more, right? One for when I'm at 90, 91, and then the other for like 95, 96. Alright, let me try to kill Kurt Eichenwald real quick. There we go. Or no, wait a minute. There'd just be one more, right? Because now the cap's no longer 90, it's 95. So one more when I'm at like 91, 92 would raise the cap to 99. Technically, two. Oh, is there another one for breaking through 99 to get some other weird shit? Job levels or whatever? Right now I'm level 87, which means the cat moved from 90 to 95. Two for level 99 quest. One after job points. Gotcha. Well, at least we're getting fucking close. Sick. Let's see what we got here. I love how that's still in the tutorial. It's such a fucking joke. Job point 1 needs 15 merit points, yeah. Let me grab the Beastmaster one. That one as well. For when we start that one. Oh, wait, that's if you want to use merit points for a new skill ability. Gotcha. All the same, I'll probably want to switch to merit points now, though. Still. I think I should be good for anything we run into for Permathia, right? What's this for? Sword skill? Don't really care about that. Great sword, decimation, axe, steel cyclone, great axe. Let me just grab that prematurely. We have Sandoria. Got it. And then for Permathia. Gotcha. Alright, cool. Do you think a day passed or it's almost passed? Was it at the bottom? Fucking almost 9 o'clock, so we got... Was that like 3 minutes to wait? Some shit like that. Yeah, so what do you want to do? You just want to fucking chill and wait and I can fill up my glass with more rum and get fucked? Yeah. Good, I don't know. Yeah, it's like one of those things where it's just like the amount of time left before the next day is just short enough where you can't really do much. Starting Sandoria, but I feel like doing it once per stream is enough. Yeah. That, and, yeah, I still want to, just before we finish Sandoria, just finish checking out the chateau. That's really it before I'm fully done exploring all of Sandoria. Because after we finish Sandoria quest, I'm probably gonna be going to that one. And then it's time to start the Taru bullshit. We have like maybe like 2 to 5 minutes left to wait, so let's just the evil motherfuckers who put souls into robots. Yeah, the Taru are pretty fucking disgusting. But I feel like their plot's gonna be more interesting than Sandoria. Speaking of which, one of the things I was thinking is just because when you start a quest in Sandoria, this is just like a side quest that doesn't, you know, that's not important in almost any way, shape, or form. It's just kind of like more dramatic zoom-ins and the quests themselves are really, really simple. I wonder if they did the Sandoria design and the Sandoria quest design first before the other ones. It just seems like the most safe of the three in terms of like, oh, it's elves in a like night kingdom. Very medieval. I think they were more creative with Bastok and... For the life of me, I can't even fucking remember the place. Winders, there we are, Jesus Christ. So to say fucking go to Metalworks. Think, Fisto, think, goddammit, I know, right? My brain is just falling apart. I need more booze. So let's chill here for a little bit. It's almost time. We have 1.5 in-game hours. It's probably like 3 minutes of wait time. So I'm just gonna grab some booze. And what I've been watching in a state of ongoing depression. I've been watching there's a bunch of riff tracks and some Mystery Science Theater. It helps boost the mood. I don't know. It's a comfort food for me essentially. For Mystery Science Theater, I'm almost done all of the Joel episodes. I mean, there are some good shits. I'm kind of like looking at what I remember of like really liking. I think it's just the Mike episodes of Mystery Science Theater, because they had more time to practice writing. I feel like those episodes are just in general better. I mean, you know, there's still obviously outliers like Manos and shit. You know what I mean? And I actually really like. Oh god, what was it? Like Alien Fugitive? That's the one that was just like a Japanese show that they turned into a movie or two. Where the one guy tries to kill the other with a forklift. That's a good one. Even though it's season 1, I like Robot Holocaust. Because it had that hot Swedish model that kept saying, "A dark one." And I don't know, I just really like that. Something charming about that one. I feel like it's more of the movie is entertaining than the writing of the jokes. Obviously, there's, what is it, Pod People? That's the one where it stinks. Joel's riffing was more whimsical. Yes, it was. They do have different feels, Joel and Mike. Does he know a little Japanese? Do you like visual kei music? Is that like a music video kind of shit? Actually, don't fuck with that too much. Yeah, I'll be real with you. Like, as far as like Japanese culture, I kind of I also watch the occasional anime and will hard critique Japanese shit. But it's been a while since I've done any like Japanese pop culture, Japanese media, getting into that shit. But once again, when I was at like the height of my Japanese, I did pass the N2 for the JLPT, and I took the JLPT N1. And the JLTP N1, that fucking test is ungodly. It's like a fucking 5-hour test or some crazy shit, dude. It's so fucking hard. Like, this the reading and the listening prompts you go through are just so fucking dry and rapid fire and complex. And it's like, Jesus Christ. Like some SAT shit. Brain work good. Not really. Ah, Sid, only 15 minutes. Brain thinking. Yeah, Sid's brain thinking. He's just imagining. He's building the ship with his mind. He's like that little fucker from Akira. Right now, all the engineers working on the ship are like pulping into the ceiling right now as he thinks. But let's do this shit. Still not seen Akira. It is good. I watched it once when I was like younger and I just didn't get it and I was like, this is kind of fucking dumb. They just keep screaming Kaneda and Tetsuo, which they do a lot. But then when you revisit it later, you're like, alright, that is an interesting little story, huh? And I hear the mango is better. So, Monte Fisto, come check up on my progress with the airship's repairs, huh? Truth be told, she's even more beat up than I thought. I've got Loverance and the Mithra girls out finding me supplies, but it's a crystal propulsion unit. The heart of my beautiful bird has been broken. Tenzin seems to think that we could find a solution to our problem in Jueno, but I haven't seen hide nor hair of him since he left. They had a less complicated device that showed how the ancients sublimated the power of the crystals, and maybe I could fix the propulsion unit myself. Well, there's no point in gathering any more supplies at this stage. Would you go tell Loverance and the ladies to come back from Bastok? Loverance should be near Carpenter's Landing looking for lumber, and Shikara Z was off to Biki Bay to find some special ores. Wow, 2 absolute pain-in-the-ass places to get to. Awesome. Yes, that's great, thank you. Hey, Sid. We pretty much finished hatching up Jabos' buddies. What's the word on the bird? Is the Prish ready to fly? Well, you see, there's still a little problem with the propulsion unit. What the hell? Still fooling around with that thing? Didn't you get any visitors from Jueno yet? Visitors from Jueno? I thought I've noticed. Prish, you refer to the sacred vessel mentioned by Cardinal Mildarian? Cardinal asked the Chibuki siblings to bring you an item that may be of some use in the repairs. Alright, and just to confirm, Cardinal Mildarian people thought were evil, but she's actually not evil. She just had the plan to passively lead Almia and Prish into becoming the avatar of Primathia in order to then end the thing somehow? Because if we keep just not doing that, then the cycle just continues. Did you got that right? Some shit like that? The little one said they plan to return to Tabnazia, but I just assumed this would be after they delivered the vessel to you, Master said. These dirty rats are up to their old tricks again. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, they're just, you give me the rundown on what you think all the characters' motivations are. All of them. Write me a report, Reila. They didn't have the box on them last time we met, so I guess they weren't lying about heading back to the safe hold. They must have hidden somewhere in Tebnazia, gutsy little buggers. I'll give them that much. Okay, count on Monte Fisto. Their motivations are to waste my fucking time. Yeah, pretty much. I think, like, it's interesting, it's just there's so many characters and motivations and backstories for this expansion that it's like, it's hard to keep them all in mind at once unless you have a cork board, some push tacks, and some yarn. And Polaroids. Hey, Count Monte Fisto, you don't need a ship to get back to Amnesia, right? Go and get that light box back from the Chibukis. I bet they're keeping in their old shed on the Misero coast. Keep an eye out for their traps and tricks, Count Monte Fisto. A box of light, huh? I've never seen the actual vessel myself. But from what I've heard, the box is meant to contain power of the crystals. If this vessel is capable of amplifying and emitting that power, it should help to explain the workings of the crystal propulsion unit in the airship. A device that you can carry around will no doubt be a lot easier to understand than one of those huge crystal engines. And Monte Fisto, find that shed on the Misero coast and get your hands on that box. Oh, and don't forget to bring back Loverance on Carpenter's Landing and Shikara Z from Biki Bay. Oh my god, just go around the entire planet. Could you imagine doing this without teleports when this shit was new? Dude, this would be like a fucking week-long quest. This would be a week-long quest, bro. Holy shit. The Cid is depending on you. Holy shit, dude. Just walking. I mean, obviously you have access to the airship and, like, ships. But that, you're still doing a lot of fucking walking. Pat LaBeour's a mecha show that isn't really about mecha. It's basically police drama with mechs difference. Yeah, and it is interesting. Nautical Babe, we were watching Pat LaBeur at some point. Pat LaBeur? Patrobo. Pat LaBeur, in the Discord. Because it's short. I think there's multiple, like, seasons or, like, movies afterwards. I don't think we watched all of that. But certain of the episodes are like almost different genres. It's pretty fucking interesting, honestly. But yeah, don't go in expecting a Gundam-style mecha. Expect an interesting narrative that is focused mostly on just a police squad. Yeah, not bad. I didn't like love it, but I liked it quite a bit. But I feel like if I revisited it, I would like it a lot more. Because you do kind of have to get a little bit of a feel for it. Also, like, if it went on longer, I probably would have also liked it more. Because I feel like even something kind of similar to that vein, Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop is another one that it's fucking bizarre. A lot of the episodes are almost completely fucking, different. But you kind of gotta watch, yeah, like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 episodes of Cowboy Bebop before you're really, like, completely locked in. You're like, alright, this is fucking awesome. Yay! I love how deceptively massive this fucking map is. Oh my god. The second Pat LaBeur movie is strong enough to stand on its own. Did we watch that one, or did we stop after watching the first one? So I feel like we watched the OVA series and one of the movies. We might have watched two, but I might have stopped before that second one. But that's one interesting aspect of it, though. Nautical Babe is the episodes and movies really stand on its own, so it's not like you have to like watch it all in one go. You can take a break and hop back into it. And once again, it's kind of like Cowboy Bebop in that way. Caliber 2 is the political thriller. Yeah, we might have, when we were watching that on the Discord, we might have watched the OVA in the first movie. I forget. Oh, alright. Thought we were looking for a fucking box. Is that, I guess that equates to investigate a bunch of question marks. So I do have the Assured Fist now, but in the list it's below the Tornado Kick. So I'm wondering if I waited too long before getting that Assured Fist. And the Tornado Kick is in fact now better. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell. Storage compartment. Logging point, the fuck? While the dub is quality, they inserted some Western political crap in a few parts that was not in the original script. Do they make a bunch of Clinton jokes? Like, working designs? Burgling robber, robbing thief, thieving burglar. This is our precious hideout, where we keep our precious treasure. I bet you stole our precious ducal guards ring too. Give it back, give it back. Lady Count of Monte Fisto, what brings you to this place? Isn't ducal guards ring like a temporary teleport? Like it's got like 3 charges only? Master Sid wishes to analyze that box to aid in the repair of the airship engine. My small masters, it seems this vessel is essential for the success of our mission. I beseech you to surrender to the box to Lady Count of Monte Fisto. We must take to the heavens without delay if we are to save the 5th Mother Crystal. Something about the only just war was against them evil Nazis, our allies. Family Guy is my favorite anime. Gotcha. Let's see. Lord Tenzin, we are moved by your speech, and find no choice but to act as you beseech. I am most glad to hear that, but please, you need not call me Lord. Lady Count of Monte Fisto, I leave the vessel in your capable hands. See that it finds its way to Master Sid. I regret that I cannot accompany you, but I must return with these 3. You just keep that in mind, that eventually we'll get you. And your little Moogle, too. I was watching some episodes of Seinfeld in Japanese dub a couple weeks ago. It's pretty funny. I can imagine that being pretty good. A Japanese Jerry Seinfeld! Always weird when people say they hate Seinfeld. If you ever watch any like 80s sitcoms, like go back and watch an episode or 2 of some random 80s sitcoms, it's kind of like jarring. You kind of have to give Seinfeld some credit, even if you don't like that style of humor or that style, I guess, presentation. On Twitch, there's a channel that shows Alf in German 24/7. That's awesome. that's almost a little surreal. Where are we going now? The logging area, whatever the fuck that's called. Carpenter's Landing. Oh wow, we have Biki Biki Bay too. I forgot we even had that one. Kramer Dono, I understand though you are angry, but you never should have uttered the forbidden word. You bring greater dishonor. I think I was laughing the other day just thinking of how just great of a character George Costanza is. Heard the remix of Kramer's screaming slurs, right? No, but I'm curious. I love Kramer at the fuck, the Laugh Factory, is that what it was? 10 out of 10. One of my favorite comments for that video is tough crowd. Fuck, it's awesome. Oh, man. He is legend. Yeah, I couldn't imagine doing this shit without like war books and war crystals. it's the game telling people who have like played this when it was new, like, all right, now for this next mission, fuck you. Do a lap around the planet and then come back to us, and we'll let you finish Formathia. Yeah, thanks, asshole. I appreciate it. Can't imagine people playing a private server without this. Yeah, that's another thing with the. I mean, you've heard me say that before. Is I can't even remotely imagine Final Fantasy 11 single player. Like, this right here is how it was designed. And even then, with, like, even more people. Oh. AI Seinfeld is top tier before the one episode. Dude, I hate that they fucking neutered it because it started being offensive. It's like every time there's AI and AI starts being fucking funny, they neuter the shit out of it. Oh, I can't stand it. I can't fucking stand it. God damn. That was a lot of damage. Yeah, mine was cooler. Fuck you. Rayla's such a fucking piece of shit. I finally get to use Assurance Fist. Like, alright, let me use my ultimate. Can't let me have anything. I talked to that question mark. Also, that's another thing. Is also without guides, you are like tabbing through every single area, going through the entire area, just zigzagging. I recognize your face, adventurer. How do you know of this place? Have you come with a message from him? I hear the matter is urgent. What is this you say? A Master Sid requests my presence? The name sounds somewhat familiar. Wasn't he there with us when we were just talking? One moment, madame. I do believe you're mistaking me for him. Sir Loverance, it's a trap. Fuck? Were we fucking with like an evil twin, like doppelganger Loverance this whole game? That honorless cunt set this trap to take your life, young sir. Explain this treachery. I heard word that those vicious Tonberries have been released under the pretense of dealing with an interloping brigand. They described the bandit as a male Elvan wearing a mask and bright Brigadane armor. Once a thief, always a thief. It seems he is not content with stealing just my name. Sir Loverance. If you meet this man, give him a message. If you would call yourself a knight, then you must seek a just cause, champion. Farewell. Wow, that's a fucking bizarre twist. At account of Monte Fisto, I must apologize. It appears you've defeated the Toneberries meant for my demise. You are a most resourceful ally. I will be sure to return the favor in the near future. You say the Master Sid requires my presence in Bastok? I must say, gathering lumber was never my most cherished activity in any case. At last, we journey to the celestial capital of Altair. Our confrontation with the Keeper of the Apocalypse is at hand. Why disguise yourself as Loverance, though? We didn't know who the fuck Loverance was before we started this anyway. You could have just been like, hey, I'm a guy with a sword. I'm here to help you. And we would have just been like, all right, cool, thank you. We need help. Like, the idea of disguising... whatever. Let us finish the battle forthwith. If I am to follow the path of the knight, I must see justice done as a true knight should. It's because you are gay. That's gotta be the reason. And there is no higher cause than saving the world from destruction. Wouldn't you agree, Loverance Mistal? That is funny, though, that we were under the real one, and we're like... He's like, yeah, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, dude. There's some asshole dresses me using my name. I'd be interested in figuring this out with you, but I'm really not interested. You go do it. Like, all right. I guess that's another thing. Is Loverance a fucking famous knight? If so, you think he would have more interest in figuring out who's using his name and his sword and all that? Oh, look at you. What the fuck? Where'd you get that one? Raider Moogle? Gotcha. Well, I'll be the baby crab, and you'll be the daddy crab. Once again, this is what Gaseous is missing. All he has to do is just give Square Enix $12 a month. But he won't even do that. He could ride crabs with us. Don't you want to be a cat girl and ride giant cubic lice with friends? Yeah, when AI Seinfeld was new, though, it was like really fucking good. Why was I typing dismount? I could just hit enter and do it that way. I don't know. Yeah, I would watch AI fucking Seinfeld. It's just like really fucking funny, and then they ruined it, and it's like, you could have had literally infinite entertainment. Why would you guys fucking ruin it? Why would you fuck with the algorithms? Like, oh, we can't have them question Jews in the Holocaust. It's like, no, that's a great episode of fucking Seinfeld. They would actually do that. George, you can't say that. What do you mean, Jerry? I've been reading about HCN. It doesn't work that way, Jerry. Why would they tattoo them if they're just gonna kill them? George! You gotta get us canceled. So where are we going? Oh, okay, I guess we're getting back on our fucking shit. Stop. The mounting music just once is fine. I'm good with that. There we go. Let's switch to limit points real quick. Okay, so I got 5 of the merit points. Forget if I need 10 or 15, but the fact that I have 5 already that's good. He said you can use merit points to increase the cap of merit points you can hold. Alright. Gay, but alright. Gay that there's a cap at all. Honestly. Because you can't just spend them in the menu, right? Or can you? Who the fuck? Where and how do you use them again? I'm blanking on that too. Yeah, you have to spend them in the Mog House. Gotcha. fucked up. It's literally just a constraint to make it. So you have to end a grind session to go back home. Whatever. It's fine. You've led us astray yet again. No, what are you doing? You weren't gonna summon people, were you? We'll be fine. Oh, we'll be very fine. You dispatched that creature from me? Now what you expected to find, I'd imagine. I slithered up while I was looking for ore, but I let it get away from me. I'm not physiologically predisposed to dealing with squishy, slimy things like that. I'm glad you came along. So it's called us back from material hunting? So the battle with the Keeper of the Apocalypse is nigh. No mention is made of the Twilight God in myth and legend. Is our enemy so dreadful that his name was withheld from the history books? Or is it because... Well, you sound defeated before you've even begun, Kitten Pie. Oh god, they're lesbian cat girls. The level of degeneracy. I still laugh at the, at Bahamut just looking at the Mithra on the ship and immediately doing a giggle flare. it's still fucking funny. Very pertinent post of Daggeth in the Discord. Yeah, bug up, sis. I've been honing my skills to perfection. With 3 of us together, the Keeper won't stand a chance. Chicory Y, Chicory X. I can't allow you to accompany me. Huh? What do you mean, sugar? We traveled to this continent with 3 distinct objectives. The subduing of the worms that threaten the world with destruction, learn more of the sleeping gods, they who hold the power to obliterate the emptiness. To discover the location of Mildarian, she who knows the method for waking those deities. But I have learned this on our journey. All paths lead to the Keeper of the Apocalypse. All sins can be placed at the feet of Promathia. The Twilight God, the deity responsible for thrusting the world into conflict. If conflict can be defined as fighting, then we sin hunters understand the meaning of this curse better than anyone. The reason we fight for faith, justice, courage, hope. For that irreplaceable quality which defines our existence. That would be, can't mean. The sin of Promathia may have been to make us what we are. And to act of judging that sin would be a crime unto itself. I must make certain of this matter. I have long considered the possibility among this championship, and so might survive the consequences if it turns out to be true. You are not to take up the burden of my agony. Your duty is to protect the homeland, never forget that. Continue on your mission. I leave the matter of the worms and the sleeping gods to you. You never change, sister dear. Always taking the sweetest parts for yourself. Sis, make sure you come back to us. Until the day I surpass your skill, you're the image I strive for. Good hunting. Now, kind of Monte Fisto, there's one thing I'd like you to know. My real name is Mog. Remember that for when I die, not as a sin hunter, but as a simple Mithrin woman. I'll meet you back in Sid's laboratory. So, and the Promathian artifact that Cardinal Mildarian found, that had some ties to the expedition years ago, and that also might have been where the Shadow Lord's origins was. It corrupted Raugrim. So the Shadow Lord is like a pawn of Promathia, maybe. I am thinking that, like, when they made the base game, they had the next two expansions in mind. Because so far, those three have all, like, they've all built on each other. Especially in scale. What are we doing? Metalworks? Gotcha. Let me open up a, I hate when you, like, click out the music stops, honestly. I kind of fucking hate that, honestly. Let me look at Sandoria missions. We just hit level 8. Yeah, coming of age, Lightbringer, breaking barriers, heir to the light. Neat. And then chains of Promathia. What are we even on? Let me just look real quick. Calm before the storm. Yeah, okay, we're almost done the second to last chapter. Yeah, and then there's the epilogue, which is the same epilogue for Xylart. Yeah, that's what I mean, is you have to beat the entire base game to even start on Xylart, and the epilogue of Promathia and Xylart are the same. It's like all three stories are like really, really intertwined. And then at Urgan, I guess you just go to a new continent. I feel like that's the start of like a completely different story, you know? So I feel like when they first made this game, they kind of had that idea. Those expansions and like, hey, we'll do more if this game is successful. And I guess the game was. Welcome back, Count of Monte Fisto. So this is the box that everyone's been talking about. Tenzin was there to lend you a hand? Well, thank Altana for small blessings. I'll get straight to analyzing this thing. Whoa, old Sid's brains is going into overdrive. All those numbers are making me dizzy. Looks like the crystal thingamabob will be back in working order in no time. Another thing, Count of Monte Fisto. Prish and I have used the time granted to us by Altana's grace to compose these letters. One is addressed to Grandpere, one for the Tabnazian Patrol, and one for the assistants in the Safehold. I hesitate to ask after all you've done, but would you deliver these letters to Sulene and the Sea Lion's Den? Not a problem, I'll be your bitch boy. I tried to convince her that she was wasting her time with these sappy messages, but you know how Olmia gets. Tell Sulene to hand out the letters if we don't make it back. She can be trusted to do as we ask. Thanks a bunch, Count of Monte Fisto. Wow. Did you deliver those letters yet? You better be off for Tabnazian. Oh my god, dude. The game is like being really fucking rude. I mean, it's easy, we just teleport, but I'm just like, I can't help but think of how fucked it would be playing this when it's new. Because how do you walk to Tabnazia? You go to like Quifim Island and there's like a warp there. I think it's something like that. Any warp in particular? Where is Reila? I need Reila there. Rayla's in deep thought. Let the game load. It's 20 years old, running on 20-year-old servers. Please understand. Look at all these motherfuckers. Hold up, let's wave to them. This bitch is dressed as an owl. A Native American cat girl owl slut. You were asked to deliver all these letters from Olmia and Prish, and I'm supposed to hand them out if those two fail to return? Where on Van Deal are they thinking of going? You're not seriously thinking of taking on the worms. Suline, look sharp. An airship that her fucking forehead teleporting the headband is really upsetting to me. I guess same with his axe and also his eyebrows. Suline, look sharp. The airship is entering the port. There's a whole lot more of them circling above. What the hell's going on? That shit. Hey, Cat Monte Fisto, check it out. That old Sid's a genius. Airship's been rebuilt shinier than Despatchieri's Bold Spot. Hell, with the autopilot Sid installed, it's even better than before. Got an escort from the Jueno Armada. Let's fuck them. Come on, let's get this baby back in the air. Where are you off to this time, Prish? Okay, we're bound for the 5th Mother Crystal and beyond. Next stop, the legendary city of Altayu. The place where 10,000 years of history began. So where? You better make it back here alive, Prish. No sweat. I'll be back making trouble before you know it. Let's go, Count Monte Fisto. The new improved Sid is ready for takeoff. Do you just go through, or what do we do? What do we do and why are we doing it? Yeah, I also do like in Final Fantasy XI where airships are ships in the sense that they have to like land, take off in water. It's the same thing with the Norg dock, where it kind of goes through the waterfall and it's like all hidden and shit. Have like an interesting limitation of airships. Yeah, if this shit was just Final Fantasy IV is all hell, but an actual airship armada. But you don't see too much from Final Fantasy, honestly. You didn't think to put wheels on them. Yeah. It's too quiet. Could it be the worms haven't noticed us? The armada led by Lady Mildari must have begun its attack. I wonder how the battle fares. Great goddess of the dawn, may your divine blessings protect the 5th Mother Crystal and the future of your children. May your gentle gaze also watch over the safe return of Cardinal Mildarian. Don't forget to pray for our safety while you're at it, Olmia. Look where there it is. Full speed ahead. Isn't Bahamut still flying around? Isn't he gonna kick our asses? Yeah, there we are. I was about to say, like, yeah, I feel like we're missing something here. Lady Prish, we have a transmission from the warship. Don't trust him, he's evil. Also, what a weird thing of like just telling you like, yeah, that one's evil, and then just you don't say anything and everything just continues on. Like you're like, yeah, that was probably nothing. Attention, your most prized possession. is now the property of Chibuki Samurai Sky Pirates. What the hell? Why haven't we just killed these guys already? Like, they've done nothing but fuck with us and fuck with our plans non-stop, constantly. It's like, oh, but they're the comic relief characters. It's supposed to be cutesy. It's like, it's not. They're like fucking endangering everything. Just throw them all overboard. Fuck them. They're Taru. Even though they're children, they've been alive for probably like fucking 60 years anyway. What the hell? Welcome to the Kuki battle cruiser. Welcome to the Chiruki flagship. A beautiful day for sad announcement. We decided to give up our occupation as high-class pirates. As the final high-class pirate duty, we are entrusted with this ship for the purpose of escorting Krish safely to our destination. Since that would lead to certain death, we've decided to find more suitable and survivable employment. We're now the Chibuki Samurai Sky Pirates. Meet our new employer. The Mother Crystals. The origin of all life and the destination of for spent souls. I'll return to the light of the closest crystal. I've long awaited this moment, the moment you are bathed in the glow. Alright. Light of the fifth Mother Crystal beckons you. Alright, let me know when you're ready, Reila. For the record, I fucking hate that trope of, oh, character B has a plan that looks like they're about to fight and screw over character A, but character B's not gonna just explain the fucking plan. I just hate that, like, method of building tension and story of like, no, they could explain it, they just decide not to. It's like, well, fucking why? Oh, because it builds tension for the reader. It's like, yeah, but it doesn't fucking make sense in the context of the story. It takes me out of it. Like, I'm not believing Tenzin just turned evil. Talking about Admiral Dangerhair from Star Wars Episode 8. Dude, 1000% is a great example. 1000% that's a great example. Hold up, let me War Cry and Provoke and Berserk and Defender and Focus. Alright, now I'll start punching. Now that Tenzin's at half health, I have to use all my abilities. Please understand, it's a complicated plan. Now he's standing there all ashamed of what he'd done. Episode 8. Yeah, episode 8 was so fucking bad I couldn't watch episode 9. I still have not seen it. Episode 8 is like, it makes all of the prequels look infinitely better by comparison. It was pretty painful. It's one of those things where I went in wanting to like it. I was an early viewer of it, so I went in before all the news came out, so I just, you know, early talk was like some people liked it, some people didn't like it, and that was fucking it. But it was around the time where What's His Nuts was making like Yo Mama jokes during the bombing mission, where I was already like, oh, what the fuck? Like, it's kind of totally weird. And then when the fat Asian bitch was talking to Finn or Poe or whatever, I guess Poe, is that Finn or Poe? I don't fucking know their goddamn names. And they were like, talk to him. And then they kept talking to him, and they kept talking to him, and then they like got on a ship, and I'm like, oh god, that's not a new character, is it? That's not the new main character, is it? And it fucking was. Oh, dude, I was like, I started like, it was almost like I was having a panic attack in the theater. Like, I was like looking around because I knew that I'm only like 15 minutes into this motherfucker, and it's like 2 hours and 40-minute movie. Bro, holy shit. Anyway, I expected nothing less from the light of hope. Never before has my blade failed me in battle. So, only the youth that seethes with emptiness can extinguish that light. So wait, what was the... Did he explain why he did it just there? It's like, oh yeah, I had to just test you guys out. Is that really all? Alright. Here comes the cavalry, the cannon. They needed to have a fight here. What the fuck? We totally forgot. Cool, Fisto, distracted by Star Wars like a soy boy. This stops right now. I know what you're thinking, samurai guy, but this is a battle without honor. I know what Phoenix told you before she died. The Flaming Bird knew everything from the start, but failed to let you in on the facts. Why should you follow her orders now? You possess the same knowledge, Lady Prish. That is why you brought Lady Count of Monte Fisto to this place. That's right, but I don't lie to anyone. I didn't bring Count of Monte Fisto here to die. Count of Monte Fisto is here to join our struggle for survival. So what, Phoenix told Tenzin to fight us for no fucking reason? And Tenzin was just like, yeah, fuck it, alright. Ooh. Are we in Altair now? Oh, we are. Spooky. Loading. Loading. I love that we didn't tell anyone about our run-in with real lover-ons, being like, yeah, I don't know what any of the guys you're talking about are. What happened? like that's absolutely something you bring up with everyone. Like, hey, that motherfucker's not one of us. What happened? This place. Oh, it takes us right to the 5th Mother Crystal. Wow. This is the 5th. But why does only this crystal glow with such strange incandescence? The air here is so chilly. The other crystals exuded such a sense of warmth and peace. This crystal is not part of Vanadil. This crystal was submerged beneath the city of Altair 10,000 years ago. When the celestial capital was torn from our world, the crystal was also lost. Was the celestial capital taken away when all the Xylar tried to become gods? But it was not a complete separation. After the crystal line was reactivated, energy was siphoned from the 5th Mother Crystal, drawing it in the city of Altair back to Vanadil. In other words, the crystal was losing the power it needed to sustain Altair in the other dimension. Sustain Altair? This is the crystal that the Worm King spoke of? Yep. The weakened state of this overgrown quartz is the reason the Keeper of the Apocalypse is threatening to descend upon Vanadil. Okay, so, Altair warped to God dimension like the dwarves in Morrowind. The other crystals with their crystal line was sapping power from it slowly, and when it hit a certain point, it started to come back into this world, and with it, Permathia, the god of darkness, try to end the world. I think I got that right. So if the power of the crystal is restored, the return of the Altair and the survival of the Keeper will be prevented. The solution was discovered by the boy Celtius and by Phoenix, the fiery bird of rebirth. This is why he had visited each of the remaining crystals in turn to relieve them of their light and power, and to pour that energy into the crystal that lies before us. However, I am a child of darkness. I could never be the bearer of light. I needed a worthy receptacle for that power. I needed you. Me? I'm sure you've noticed it by now, Monte Fisto, your ability to hear the whisper of the soul pass through the medium of the amulet. The light gathered from the 4 crystals has changed you. Phoenix referred to you as the vessel of light, fated to be smashed open before the 5th mother crystal. So I absorb powers of the 4 other crystals, and now these guys think to save the world they should kill me in front of this crystal to power it. Interesting theory. Your journey has been for the sake of the crystal. Your adventure is now at an end. They really just wanted us to be here. Return, Monte Fisto, return the light of the crystal. He's like, I tried to drink in between lines of dialogue. I can't, like, fast drink this shit. But then I don't want it to be silent for too long either. So then I try to quickly drink. And then it's just bad, so I need to take my time, boys. Your death is the only way to save both Vanadil and her people. Will Phoenix revive us, though? Can we have it both ways? Like hell. Celtius, if you mean to save both the world and everyone in it, then someone inhuman like you or me should be sacrificed. And you, Tenzin, Phoenix, the Avatar of Rebirth, can't have led you this far just to snuff out Count Monte Fisto's life. Surely she meant to resurrect the shattered pieces of Count Monte Fisto's spirit using her own life force. I was the Keeper of the Apocalypse once. I know only too well with the fear and the horror that await us. You gotta listen to me, Celtius. Pour the energy of the 5th Mother Crystal into Count Monte Fisto. Her victories against the emptiness and everything else we've faced have not been won through the power of the 4 crystals alone. Count Monte Fisto has an inner strength, the spirit that loves this world and those who dwell on it. That's why I believe she will prevail against the Keeper. Tenzin, the Avatar. Isn't that the Dalai Lama's real name? Who was the basis for the Avatar? I didn't know the Dalai Lama had a real name. I never even stopped to think about that. I just thought the Dalai Lama is the Dalai Lama. That was their name. Celtius, open the way to Altair. Aren't we already in Altair? Don't worry, just think about it. Just take your time, Celtius. Fucking weird-ass immortal Kulu motherfucker. Ah, it's Nagmalada, the guy we should have killed like 8 times before, but we keep letting him go. Scott, you just don't get it, do you? You really don't. I too wish for the way to be opened. Nagmalada. Didn't you once say the same thing, Celtius? I will prevail against the deity that dwells beyond the gate of the gods. Open the way to Altair. Weren't those the words you used? Do you not want to Do you not find it unfair that only she would bear the sins of people? We ancients are all responsible for these events. I shall shoulder my part of the burden. And the power that comes with it. Nagmalada, no! Having like 10 different parties, all with different motives and theories on what happens when they do what, it's pretty confusing. It all began with a stone. In ages past, the 5 crystals existed as one enormous jewel that bathed the world in a holy light. This mythical light banished the emptiness and brought forth mighty gods. These gods cultivated their power and concentrated their energies. They created balance between the 8 elements of the world without, and a harmony for the myriad senses of the world within. And so an eternal paradise, blessed in all ways, was born. But this paradise did not last forever. The enormous jewel was split into 5 parts, and this perfect realm degraded into an incomplete world. We were reduced from the superior life forms of a higher plane into these flawed and insignificant forms. Thus, we must gather and focus the energy of the crystals into opening a gate to that lost dimension. We are both well aware of this predicament. And yet, there is one thing I simply cannot understand. How did this tragedy occur in the first place? Why was the original stone shattered into 5 parts? Who's responsible for this incomprehensible act? The 5 original warrior crystal motherfuckers? I forget what they're called. Are they just called the crystal warriors? The people of this world have evolved into 5 unique species. The archangels, there we go. Each harboring a distinctive darkness. Crystal warriors. I guess both, right? Crystal archangels, crystal warriors. That were created to destroy those evils. Yet even thy strength canst not prevail against this darkness. Emptiness. 'Tis the ever-present shadow of blessed light. If this phenomenon represents complete death, then one could argue its presence was inevitable in a complete world. Thus thou split the crystal for thy children's sake. Is this not so, great goddess Altana? I feel like people who say the plot of Chains to Promathia is their favorite, I feel like they fucking lived on that goddamn wiki. Like, it is interesting, there's just too much. It's hard to follow it all and, like, keep all of it in focus at all times. This nuts, let's see, incredible. I'll tell you, you're meant to be impossible to find. This is the original realm that existed when the crystal was one. Who would have thought the plan to open the gate of the gods would succeed? I'll tell you, long have I yearned to behold your magnificent spires. Why? Why can't I hear the voices? Why do I not hear the whispers of the Zolartian people or the Dawn Maiden? Silence. So he was under the impression that by, like, going into Altair, he would then get the inherent power of the Xylarts, which is, like, essentially telepathy, or essentially the, was it the Dr. Crusher? No, that's not Dr. Crusher. Jesus Christ. Dr. Crusher's not the one that, senses fucking emotions in Star Trek Next Gen. Who the fuck was that? What was her name? God damn it. How am I blanking on this shit so hard? The chick that did softcore porn? What the fuck was that bitch's name? I think they were making fun of it. That was all of them. Yeah. Yeah, they would just be like, they're like, please tell us what the alien's feeling. And her whole job is like, she's feeling scared. Thank you. What do you think, Dr. Mr. Worf? And Worf is like, all right, let's just kill them. Enterprise bicycle, indeed. Silence. Your unruly thoughts are clouding my mind. Troy, there we are, Jesus Christ. It's clearly been a while. It really has been. So the rest of you were drawn into this world as well. How inconvenient. A visit to the Grand Palace of Hushol should bring me some interesting encounters. Perhaps the Dawn Maiden is there. So I guess when they opened the portal in Xylart, a bunch of them, I guess they're maybe just their spirits were warped here. So I guess it did kind of work for them. But then the remaining Xylarts were exceptionally few. Mysterious amulet held by Count Monte Fisto shattered. The light of Dem was stolen by Nagmalata. We got the light of Altair. Alright, well goddamn. That was a fucking lot. Got some crazy ass squids. Good thing the chick in town sold me a map of Altair. It's honestly really funny. Yeah, here's a map of heaven and hell and the 5th dimension. That'll be 30,000 gil. Where'd you get that? Do you want the fucking map or not? I'm not here to answer your questions. Neat music, though. Once again, all the areas of the game that don't have music always hurt a lot, so it's nice to listen to music. I said this before, people who in chat who haven't played this game or have no interest in playing this game, grab the entire soundtrack on YouTube. I think it's like broken up by expansion because of all the Final Fantasy that people have you know, one long video with the entire soundtrack on each. Didn't do the same for 11 for whatever reason. But this would be a very chill vibe.
Without further interruption, let's celebrate and suck some dick.
What's good, Genoichi01? Thank you for the follow. Thanks for joining us in the celebration. I'd say hopefully you're not a bot, but honestly, there haven't been too many bots on Twitch for a while, which is surprising. I feel like it comes in waves. Which I don't know if that means that the bots just stop trying or Twitch actually does a good job. What the fuck? That's freaky. That's like kind of under the floor. Nice, we got his organ. What organ? Don't think about it too much. You can have it, what the fuck? An organ taken from the body of a Luminian being known as the Faubo. I think I have that as a mount. It still seems to function even though it has been separated from the body. Cool area. It vaguely reminds me of like a place that Kirby would go to in like, you know, one of the final levels of one of the games. Still need to play the 3D Kirby game on the Switch. I know in my Switch showcase video I played a little bit of it. There's so much shit to play through. Who has the time? But I always thought Kirby was like, of the Nintendo franchises, it's like, that's one of the fucking best ones. It's so good. The last Kirby game I played was 64. I really dug that one. I know some people complain about that as being like too short and easy, but if you're going for all the crystal shards in that one, it's kind of a fucking bitch. Honestly, that's most of the Kirby games. If you're going for 100%, it goes from being kind of casual to what the fuck. Reminder that if you give Nintendo money at this point, you're part of the problem. I don't know, I think the Switch at this point is fine, it really is, but I understand that, you know, money going into their coffers is money going in their coffers. I don't think they really give a shit what the source is. But yeah, the Switch 2 though, I don't know. I'm not going to buy it. I'm not entirely sure why you would, at least not yet. There's not really a lot good on the thing. Or even if the Mario Kart and the Donkey Kong game are good, it's just not enough to warrant that price. I mean, those prices are insane. And considering Nintendo for their first party games do not drop the price, man, I don't know. I don't think there ever would be a time to buy the Switch 2. I don't fucking know. But I guess I guess here's my thing for the Nintendo Switch 2 hate. It's like, I do get it, like, and I agree with it. I'm not gonna buy their shit, you know what I mean? But the most loud voices on YouTube are just trying to get clicks of the crowds that just hate on shit or hate on everything, no matter what it is. They just always watch negative shit. And they're like, oh, this is gonna do terribly. It's gonna sell terribly. It's like, no, it probably will sell well. You underestimate your average consumer who just really doesn't give a shit and just will buy whatever the newest thing. And then a lot of those same people making those videos then go out and buy the fucking thing to be like, oh yeah, see, Mario Kart's not even that good. The same with Donkey Kong. I can't believe people spent their money on this. It's like, you spent your money on this. What the fuck? And it's like, I know they do it for views and that's their user base or their, you know, viewer base, so they're gonna do it anyway, but it's like, I feel like we just live in a time where people will not. They just can't say no. They can't stop themselves. They have to experience the thing. Oh god, it's a big flower at the top of the screens. Most gamers are idiots who buy literally anything. Yes, it's what is it, like FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. That is, people have so little self-control. They just can't do it. Ooh, level 308 for my hand-to-hand skill, sick. Assuring Fist. Oh yeah, look at that. See, it's kind of fucked up. I do like almost 1,000 damage, and then you're like, all right, let me do 4,000. You with your fucking like level 99 infinite bullshit. Reila fucking cheats. You guys don't hear, because, you know, he'll send me like DMs and be like, yeah, I've been cheating the server. I'm like, Reila, that's terrible. I should report you to Square Enix for that. He's like, no, please don't. I'm like, all right, only if you're not a jerk to me midstream. And then here he is. You guys don't know what he's like when you guys aren't around. He hurts me. He hits me. Not true. I did not hit him. It's bullshit. I did not. Oh, hi, Gaseous. Stay mad, keep molding. Plus you're goofing. Plus I fucked your dad. Yeah, I watched the riff tracks for the room. The original riff tracks for the room. The 2006 one. It's still so fucking funny. It's just every time you it's been a while since I revisited the room, because I've like seen it 100 times, but I needed some time away from the room. But going back to the room, it truly is fascinating just how many times a character greets another character. A character talks about how beautiful or sexy or good-looking Lisa is. Or how many times a character tells another character not to worry about something. Those three things make up half of the script. It's like, it's fucking mind-numbing. It's amazing. Especially when you get like a, oh, hi, Denny. Lisa looks so sexy today. Don't worry about that. And you get the rapid fire. You're like, oh my god. And like, what a great way to just immediately diffuse tension in your script of the situations you write, is to have none of the characters give a shit. It's crazy. It's fucking insane. So how is your sex life? Have I seen the Disaster Artist? I did not watch the Disaster Artist, but I did read the book when it, like, dude, when it first came out. Like, literally, when it was like, when I found out about it, it was like 2 days from being released. So when it was released, I fucking picked it up. Movie solid, he really nails the ticks. I do hear that the Disaster Artist is really good, but the one thing though is they had to be in Tommy's good graces. So as a result, they did have to cushion a little bit of Mark's claims, or you know, Greg Cicero's claims, which in the book it really lays out just how fucking bizarre and like I want to say borderline sociopath, but in some ways he can be a bit sociopathic. Timing was so. I think he's a good intentioned. He might as well change his name to Mark. You really should. Do you know how many times that poor motherfucker probably gets people on the street being like, oh, hi, Mark. Like, he probably has to like wear a mask going outside. And Monte Fisto, you were brought to this peculiar realm as well. Are you injured? Have you been treated terribly? You have been treated terribly, is how you read that sentence. This motherfucker ain't one of us. I heard a voice calling to me. It seems to be coming from beyond the gate. The portal appears to be locked. We are to believe the talk of those beings. This path leads to the palace of the Zalartian king. One of the inhabitants here spoke of a girl matching Prish's description heading this way. If we gain an audience with the king, we should learn exactly what's going on here. Should we trust this motherfucker? I don't think so. place lies beyond the Gate of the Gods? Did the ancients truly cross the legendary border? Let's not be so hasty in our assumptions. This is indeed a beautiful land. However, I cannot believe this is the paradise of peace and love spoken of in legend. We've already been set upon by vicious beasts. And if what Bahamut says is true, the Keeper of the Apocalypse lurks somewhere in this realm. If Krish was so intent on gaining entry into this palace, then the Keeper will most likely be found inside. Nagmalata has also entered the palace. We have no choice but to proceed. This gate must have an opening mechanism. We should look around. Only, I worry that the Keeper of the Apocalypse will be beyond our ability. What do you mean? Monte Fisto. You fought the Crystal Warriors. Remember that one Elvon one that kicked the living fuck out of you? The 4 sources of light you acquired. Were they not all taken from you from that Blackheart Nagmalata? Yes, it is gone. I fucking know. Are you certain? I feel that the light has not abandoned us. If we all stand together in body and spirit, there may still be a chance. I have no intention of joining forces with Nagmalata. Was that ever on the table, Jabos? Were we fucking considering that shit? And I would prefer to keep some distance from Lord Tenzin. Do you not agree, Count of Monte Fisto? Yeah, Tenzin is kind of a wishy-washy motherfucker, being like, my sword told me to fight you guys. My sword knows the way. Let's go over here. Let me just wander aimlessly all over the earth for years, because my sword has told me to do so. First, we have to find a way to open this gate. Let's get moving. And we are gonna eventually pick up those crystals, right? I don't know why all 3 are in the north and there's none in the south. That's kind of bizarre, but seems a little fucked up. No, get fucked. But we need it. How else will we get back here? How would we get back here? That's the thing, is like, it's like with going to Tavnazia, is there's certain areas that in story you teleport to, but it's in cutscene, and I'm not sure, like, okay, well, if we didn't have the crystals in the books, how the fuck would you get here? That red light will take us back. Are we investigating this thing, or? Are we investigating these, or what are we doing? Those are NPCs. Oh, you can talk to these? Is this red luminescence to the light of the mother crystal? As a fissure erupted the energy conduit below. Oh, so are these the original Xylart? They've like turned into disembodied souls. Cute. It's kind of like an Echo the Dolphin when you're talking to the crystals in Atlantis. It always comes back to Echo the Dolphin or Shenmue. The structure you see before you is the Grand Palace of Huzor. It was constructed by the Xylartian royal family to safely house the Mother Crystal. Yeah, I think that is what those are supposed to be. This game is literally Echo the Dolphin now. It's the same thing. We all know Echo the Dolphin is your favorite game of all time. Once again, I was surprised at how much I liked the first half. and then the second half happens, and then my asshole is never recovered. Oh my god. Oh, stop is the most obnoxious fucking ability in this fucking game, it really is. Why are they here? Have you come to punish us? Yeah, no, fuck you, time for payback. Hold on a second, time out. It's not our fault, Lord Tenzin lied to us. And if you don't follow your samurai master's orders, you have to commit ritual suicide. You're not allowed to say that on Twitch, we're gonna get banned! And on YouTube, you have to start it out and then also bleep out the fucking sound, because otherwise, how else are you gonna get your precious fucking halfpenny? It's true, I read it in a book somewhere. So, I suppose you want to get into that palace, huh? Well, we want to get in there too. The voice in my head is driving me crazy. Let's let bygones be bygones and work together, okay? We've ditched the samurai life anyway. Getting past the gate is more complicated than just releasing the lock on the southern tower. If you really want to know how to open the gate, you better take a look at the other towers as well. How the fuck are you a master of this otherworldly location that hasn't been visited in 10,000 years? It's like, oh, I know exactly how these gates work. Rayla's over here casting itchy butthole. He's gonna cast a knee to set me up for a GG. I do have an itchy butthole. Scratch it for me. Why'd I even immediately get the mental image of the the heavy-set black dominatrix from Super Mario Brothers who's like, dance with me, I'll hit you all you like. Having Bob Hoskins bite a crystal necklace out of the cleavage of a black heavyset dominatrix and have that be in a Mario movie it's so fucking phenomenal. Yeah, no, the movie is great. I agree. That is a fucking amazing, surreal movie. It pains me that there's now generations growing up that like think of a CG Mario movie as like Mario dressed and looking like Mario fighting Bowser that looks like a green turtle and saving a princess in a castle with toads running around. It's like, no. Goombas are supposed to look like crazy ass demons that are morphed in a dinosaur machine from Toads who's Mojo Nixon. To be fair, Bob Hoskins did look like Mario. He did. I like Bob Hoskins. That's another good riff tracks. I feel like does a good job, but that's another good riff track they lean into. John Leguizamo making fun of his speech style relentlessly. Is it bizarre as, say, live-action Street Fighter movie with Raul Julia? I like the Street Fighter movie with Raul Julia. Bob Hoskins was a lot of young men's gay awakening. It's true. Look it up. You know what? I don't want to look that up. Fuck you. How to put it? Street Fighter, the movie, is entertaining. And it does stray relatively close to the source material. Like, pretty well. But there's almost like too much that happens in it, probably because, you know, they're trying to have a movie with like 20 different fucking characters in it. To stay true to the source material, although they do take some liberties with like Blanca, let's say. And yes, no, and that is, I was gonna say the best part of that movie is, yes, the all-American character having the thick foreign accent. It is, what are you talking about? Jean-Claude Van Damme does not speak with an accent. But I guess, like, the Mortal Kombat movie was legitimately awesome. I will say that is a good movie. And then the Mario movie goes so far off the fucking rails away from the source material. That's also awesome. The Street Fighter movie is fun to watch, but it kind of hits like a middle between those two, you know? Saw Mortal Kombat 1 in theaters, still fun. That must have been awesome with fucking like music coming in through the fucking movie stereo system. Let's go, CollectedG. How you doing, man? Hopefully you're doing good, bro. And I do appreciate the support in the Discord. Been a fucking painful couple of weeks for me. I'm trying to move past it. Once again, I was saying earlier that one of the best things to do is just do shit. Honestly, because the depression is real. But yeah, just playing this shit with our good friend Reila and having y'all people pop up in chat really does help boost the mood quite a bit. Doing alright, about 16 hours into Shadow Labyrinth. Don't let Steam reviews fool you, it's a great game. Shadow Labyrinth, you wanna post a link of that just in Discord so I know what the fuck it is? I feel like a lot of shit was released recently. Once again, I haven't been keeping up with it. I hear about your dog. Yeah, I mean, she really was like fucking so sweet. Amazing dog. She meant the fucking world to me, man. Incredible soundtrack even to this day. It really did. Every now and then I'll look up, oh my god. What, the, Liu Kang reptile fight on YouTube, and it's amazing how many views that has. Because, like, those actors were actually, like, getting fucked up in that fight. They were fucking giving it all she's got, Captain. Nice. Yeah, it's cool. Just don't fucking target this thing. My ex-girlfriend had a huge crush on the woman who played Sonya. That was Veronica Vaughn. She was one fine piece of ace. I know from experience, dude. Yeah, that's such a fucking funny line. No, you don't. No, I don't. Not me personally, but a guy I know. He and her got it on. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. You can imagine what they did be like. They did, right? Mackie told me all about your deal. You want to get in to see the king, right? Just so you know, the positions of princes and princesses have already been filled. Didn't you know the Xylardian king used to have 2 sons and a daughter? They've been out of the picture for 10,000 years now, so he must be feeling pretty lonely. Oh, okay, so that must have been the Xylard and the Ingenuino. The 2 sons that we've murdered because they were fucking absolute dickheads. And the daughter who's not really good, but not a complete raging cunt. On a general scale of Xylart, she's pretty good, I guess. For a Xylart. Big fucking asterisk there. After all that time, he's probably a few jewels short of a crown, too, if you know what I mean. I doubt the king will notice if we're a little shorter than he remembers. He might even take you on as a servant if you're lucky. Come on, time's wasting. Off to the Eastern Tower. Let's see, so it's a Metroidvania with a Namco-themed high fantasy setting. Gotcha. Now fucking check it out. I like me a Metroidvania. The only issue with Metroidvanias for me is I'll play 1 or 2 Metroidvanias and I will be fucking good for the year. You know what I mean? And I guess the only issue for that for me is indie game devs for like a while there. I want to say between like, I don't know, like 2013 and like 2018. They fucking just absolutely flooded the market with admittedly really good Metroidvanias. The issue is there's so many that like if a Metroidvania is like a 9 out of 10, that's still, you know, you're like, it was just a 9. Well, there's 20 of them that are 10 out of 10s, you know what I mean? It's just too fucking competitive. Very competitive genre. I'm guessing we're invisible because of these assholes not dropping enough XP to be worth it. Yeah, gotcha. Speaking of Symphony of the Night, I heard something about a fan PC port in the works. They really should move on it. In fact, for the Xbox Series S, I picked up Symphony of the Night because it's apparent Symphony of the Night's just on Xbox. It was on Xbox Live, just I guess ported from the PlayStation 1 version. Apparently it's a pretty good port. And what it was on sale for like, I don't know, like fucking $3. I was like, yeah, I think that'd be fun to play on the soundbar on TV with the fucking 1440p resolution. Now, obviously, you know, it's Symphony of the Night, so it's not going to be like that high resolution, but you know how it is when you're playing something that only supports a lower resolution to a TV with a higher resolution that kind of like blurs the pixels a bit. Just does it. Speaking of which, one thing I did in my grief was I did purchase, I don't know, sometimes like if I'm really feeling down, it's like buy some shit, like I don't care. It's probably not the healthiest thing to do, but I'll do it anyway. I did buy a TV, cause the TV I had, it was actually my dad's, so that was, fuck man. Maybe like 2009. So it was like an 1080p TV. I think it was that much. For like 2009. So it was like a real early one, but it was, I don't know, like, it was like 42 fucking inches, 43, 44, somewhere around there. Somewhere between 42 and 45. I fuck if I know. But yeah, like I guess the onboard CPU of just like switching between the different HDMIs, sometimes like the image would just die, so I'm like, let me just pick one up because they're having some sort of like Amazon Day sale with the other tech companies we're trying to compete with, so I bought directly from Samsung a TV. Because my parents have a LG smart TV, which those are, I guess, the two big TV competitors. I guess you could get a Roku TV, right? If you don't like to have like a little Fire Stick in the motherfucker. But they're all now all smart TVs. But I'm not impressed by LG's like OS. LG is garbage. Yeah, I mean, Some people like it. Some people like look at LG as like, oh wow, it's so cool how much they do, you know, and how good they are. But you know, in terms of the OS, but like I don't fucking like the OS, just straight up. LG's dog shit. Yeah, I'm not a fan, but so I have experience with fucking around with LG Smart TV and that OS and like the different apps on there. I just want a dumb TV. Well, that's what I've been using for a while. And yeah, I've been using a dumb TV with a Fire Stick to essentially make it a smart TV. You know what I mean? Is this thing following us? How? He's just standing there menacingly. No, he just happened to be walking the exact direction we were. What the fuck? But yeah, the Samsung OS though, like, dude, so much fucking better. Bro, so much fucking better. And having that, oh yeah, and also like the previous TV would have like the burn-in if you know me, like I play a lot of old games on the fucking Raspberry, right? So like, you know, if I play like an old ass JRPG, that like menu of whatever the fuck I'm playing will burn into the TV. So it's neat not having that anymore. It's neat having a good OS. I'm connecting to my sound bar with Bluetooth. I'd prefer to use the, oh god, what was it? The little like sound fiber connection, like the Philips, whatever the fuck that standard is called, because I have a cable and that's what I was using with the old TV. But this one doesn't. I guess they don't have anymore. They're like, nah, fuck that. These guys will aggro you even if you're all invisible. That's crazy. Philips is a good brand, yeah. But yeah, so I mean, it's the fucking apps that are on there is really cool. You get this stream has been brought to you by, I know, but like actually I am very surprised pleasantly how good it is. It comes with like Samsung TV streaming, right? Which is just, when you turn on the TV, you just have like fucking 500 channels streaming. It's not cable, it's just here. You can just stream, you know, there's the fucking I shit you not. There's the Sailor Moon channel, which just streams Sailor Moon 24/7. There's the, you know, not that I watch it, but a guy I know, he's been watching that a lot. Sounds like Pluto TV. It is. And you know, there's a fucking Riff Tracks channel and a fucking Mystery Science Theater channel, and there's just like every show of interest you would have. There's a channel that just streams that with ads. I mean, that's why they do it, but you know, like the ads are, you know, just commercial breaks. They're not too intrusive, but yeah, like if I'm like getting ready for work in the morning. I think I mentioned the start of the stream. Work recently has been fucking absolutely hellacious. And like I don't want to like turn on the computer to like watch for my Plex server. Like if I'm that lazy in the morning, which if it's in the morning I usually am. It's nice just to throw on some like Mystery Science Theater or some fucking Riff Tracks and just, or whatever the fuck I'm in the mood for. Obviously there's too many to scroll through, but you know, scroll through exactly one time to favorite a couple of what you like and just scroll through a couple of those. Yeah, work. I guess it's just like, you know, because I took off Thursday and Friday last week. Yeah, as you can imagine why I would do that. Is this purgatory? Kind of. You know how in Morrowind, I guess you didn't play Morrowind. God, you guys should play like Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, you really should. But the dwarves dug too deep. They found like the origin of the earth and they tried to experiment with it to become gods, and when they did, all the dwarves disappeared. And people were either like, well, they all either died, went to hell, or become gods, but they're sure as shit not in this existence anymore. So it's literally the exact same plot. And I've been saying it this entire playthrough, there's a lot of similarities between the plot of this game and even some of the areas of this game and areas in Morrowind. But I can't even say they ripped that off because both Final Fantasy XI and Morrowind came out the same year. Which is trippy, I don't know. Maybe Square Enix sent some fucking corporate spies to Bethesda, Maryland to learn what Todd was up to. Or maybe vice versa. Maybe Todd's sweet little lies sent his sweet little spies to Japan. Yeah, so this is where all the Xylart ended up 10,000 years ago. This is the God Realm. Square realized too late they could never be the be the SDA. Beat Bethesda. Never be Bethesda. Be Bethesda, I like that. It took me a little bit. I got there. Hey baby, do you use the lotion? Cause you be soft. I really enjoy using Warcry. It's nice having a full party buff ability. I'm not sure how much it actually helps you guys, but allegedly increases your melee attack. In the old days, Hitachi made the best TVs. Had one that lasted over 20 years. Got Sony TV once, died after 3 years. I feel like Sony, unless we're talking like music shit, you know, like the Walkman, especially the fucking cassette tape Walkman. I feel like they've always been shit. They've always been overrated. Except, of course, with the PS1. You guys know my thoughts on the PS2. Great system, great library. Hardware died on me repeatedly. To me, it was the Xbox 360 of its generation. Kinda iffy hardware, but like an insane library. But, you know, I'd be fucking with that PlayStation 1, you know me. Thought Menace Tartaru was back on the menu for a second there, or minced. You have our royal gratitude. Prince Kuki had informed me of the situation. I commend you on your wise decision. We shall be sure to put in a good word for you with His Majesty. Have my brothers on standby. Once I give word, we'll hit all the buttons at the same time. Did we have to do this shit to even have access to the crystals in the north? Can get to the crystals, invisible walls. Gotcha. Yeah, alright. It probably is exactly that then. That's kind of fucked up. It's like straight up, hey assholes, are you doing this now? Good thing we got to this kind of early-ish in the stream, huh? I want to teleport back here. Do it? Is it open? I think it's open. Here we come, Royal Daddy. Don't say that. Please don't. Another thing I got here, Secrets Distilling Company, spiced rum. Secrets being a bar and club in Ocean City, Maryland. And I think they might have one in Florida as well. I feel like I've heard that from somewhere. Kind of weird to me. But the spiced rum is actually spiced rum. It's crazy. It's not just fucking nail polish remover with like a flavoring. They actually take rum and they add like, you know, cinnamon, nutmeg, and shit to it. Fascinating. But yeah, actually pretty fucking smooth drink. Just right out the bottle. Which makes it a little dangerous. It's not particularly high alcohol content. I think it's what, like, yeah, 35%. Not too high. But it doesn't have to be. You have to get piss-ass drunk. You gotta chug fucking Everclear. You try-hard motherfuckers. Real quick. Oh god. Not even moving towards the crystals. Want to kill this thing? Get it over with? Nah, I guess not. We'll just keep aggroing everyone. What an annoying area gimmick of like, you can't sneak past these things, period. Yeah, honestly, just in terms of like, I mean, I know we're much higher level than we were for, Xylart. So I'm not sure if we would have had the same, like, level of difficulty if we had hypothetically did Hermathia first. But I do feel like Xylart was way fucking harder, way shorter. Way more fucked up. Yeah, my camera was in that thing's asshole. Oh, that's a high quality foul boo organ. Again. Trying to multitask here, trying to pour myself another drink while holding that W key. So all this shit to unlock the southern door? How the fuck you get the crystals in the north then? Alright, who's joy? Oh, please have like a book here. No. Oh, wait, no, there's a crystal. Up to the north, baby. That's all I want. I just wanted some way to teleport in this dimension. Cool. Wow, the Gate of the Gods. This is the thing that they've been talking about this entire expansion. Open the gates. The elder prince has returned. Lower the drawbridge. The young prince is home. Prepare the banquet table. The prince is starved. Another obstacle in our path. What mischief are you three up to this time? I can hear clearly now. The source must be beyond the gate. Our contact with the Mother Crystal must have altered our senses in some way. That would explain this ethereal voice. Telling us to pass through this gate. Portal to the Magnificence can only lead to the audience chamber of the Zylartian king. Could this soul-stirring voice belong to the king himself? If so, then why does the gate remain closed? Are the children of Vandeel not welcome here? Kind of Monte Fisto, what are we to do? Cardinal Mildarian gifted us with a ring that has the power to transport a person directly to Tavnazia. I have no intention of returning until we discover a way to open this gate. Perhaps it must be of some small use to you, kind of Monte Fisto. Now, does this have limited fucking uses? I'm just curious. It's 1-1. Yeah, alright, look at that. I'm just surprised that the devs of Final Fantasy XI gave a fucking item that hooks players up with a permanent, infinite use teleport, even if it does have a 24-hour cooldown. Holy shit. That's amazing. Once again, that must have been just a complete game changer if you were fucking playing this as it was new. Like, holy fuck. You want to end it here tonight? Yes, we could. I feel like we gotten pretty fucking far, right? What mission are we on? Garden of Antiquity. The celestial capital of Altair truly exists. Though vastly altered during the 10,000-year span of their seclusion, the ancients remain alive in the city. Nagmalata heads for the palace, while you and your companions follow in its wake. Which one? Alright, so that's 8-1. I think we're pretty fucking close to the end. Yeah. Yeah, because next time we can finish, honestly, for Sandoria, next time we should just do all of Chapter 8. Just say fuck it. I'm not sure how long that'll take. I guess we could do 8-1, and depending on how long that shit takes, we can do all of 8-2. Alright, there's one more step here. Oh, well, if this is easy, let's just fucking go for it. Yeah. Go for it. Yeah, next time we'll do, like, one part of Sandoria, and if that part doesn't take too long, then we'll do the next part, finishing up Chapter 8. Hey, it's kind of Monte Fisto. Krish? Glad to see you guys are okay. You gotta help me. I'm trying to chase down that two-faced Orcus or Nagmalata. There's a gate blocking the way. I can't put a dent in it, even with my best drop kit. Damn. If only I had my amulet. I could pop it open faster than you could say Bahamut's backside. we don't get a move on, old Nag is gonna get to the Chamber of Eventide before us. What is the Chamber of Eventide? That's the thing that gives Hulu the ability of Xylart to be like Counselor Troy, I think. I don't know for sure, but it's a device that's supposed to suck the emptiness right out of a person. Sounds awesome. Extract the emptiness. It's like, oh, Katamari Fisto, leave. Get out of there. You've been in there for hours. There had to have been one guy whose job was to clean up the jizz in the fucking holodeck, right? Do you remember Katamari Fisto? The emptiness within caused the ancients to lose the whisper of the soul. Their inner darkness grew so intense that it completely overshadowed the light. And that's why Nagmalado means to use the Chamber of Eventide to become Holy Xylard once more. And why is that bad if he does that? Don't get me wrong, Nagmalado is an asshole. But does him becoming a Xylard from a Kulu really do anything? But both Miss Mildarian and Celtius warned us that the device is too unstable. Alright, I guess that's why. We gotta stop from making a huge mistake. Come on, get those legs moving. I guess she answered me, huh? We going in this portal? Like, where's the portal? A one-way door. That was it? Alright. Shit. So that is the end of, let me fucking poke through here. Let me also look at it. I want to look at shit too, bro. Make sure to get to the home point nearby for future missions. Yeah, alright. Yeah, that's what I was fucking worried about. I'm glad the guide is like, yeah, you're gonna want to that fucking teleport. Yeah, I was getting fucking scared without that one. Alright, yeah, so all the more reason why I think when we do Sandoria, we should do 8.-1, and if it like takes a short-ish, like if it takes less than 40 minutes, we should just do the next part of Sandoria. Just knock that out, because we've been getting, honestly, we've been getting a shit ton of progress with Permathia. How amazing is it that fucking 5-3 chapter, that took like 3 fucking streams? And then immediately they're like, alright. Alright, you can progress through the rest of the expansion. It's like, Jesus Christ, bro. Alright, I'm going to pray the gay away. Where am I at, actually? Let's look. Playtime, 7 days, 22 hours. What is that? 7 times 24 plus 22. 190 hours. That's sick and sad. Oh god, how do I click back into it? There we are. Sandoria mission should be fairly short, so we can knock 2 of them out next week. Yeah, really the issue with the Sandorian ones was, as soon as you kill the Shadow Lord, then the next one is like, alright, time to level up that class 20 fucking levels. It's like, jeez. 18 days, 19 hours, 18 minutes. Jesus Christ, that's crazy. Yeah, you're like almost 3 times as much game time as me. That's crazy. That's crazy shit, because I'm nearing 200. I love you, Reila, but you're sick. Let's shut this bitch down. That was good. It was good to fucking play again. I'm glad I got the full suit of warrior armor. I did the next job limit increase. Got some better weapons for both classes. I think before the start of the stream, I leveled up Monk and Warrior once. Got a Sure Fists. So maybe if we have time next time, we might want to do a little level grinding, maybe, but that does take away from progress. Maybe we don't need to, if we don't need to, you know what I mean? Like, if we're not getting fucking brick walled from the story, I guess there's no reason to grind at that point, you know what I mean? can grind for a bit. Yeah, if we do, just for a bit, not much. Maybe just a couple limit points for monk, a couple experience points, or a couple level points for warrior. You know, not much. But guys, thank you very much for joining me. Tomorrow we will be doing some Final Fantasy 16. I kind of want to ease into streaming with some slower comfort games. So we're probably just going to do some Final Fantasy 16. But if I have time in the evening, we might do some Half-Life 2. Once again, my apologies, but I feel like it's pretty self-evident of why I don't want to be like immediately going into 10,000 streams. We're slowly working through it. We're working through the grieving process, bros. And I thank you guys for, helping me with that shit. But guys, make sure you're taking care of yourselves. Much love. And peace out.